Ending every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field, whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem or wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Need a boost in capital or a flexible line of credit for your growing business? Hi, I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital. I can help you get the money you need fast. The process is a breeze with a simple application and same-day approvals. No more waiting, no more hassle. Just a straightforward path to securing the funds you need faster and easier than asking your banker. So call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. That's 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
Celebrating 30 years of AmeriCorps in Arizona looks like more than 27,000 members, 29 million hours served, nearly 75 million in scholarships, millions of lives changed. When you sign up for AmeriCorps in Arizona, you make a difference. Also, earn a living stipend, plus education scholarships. Join the movement by signing up at serve.az.gov. That's serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Wherever you go, take us along. Listen to our live stream on our free Fanatic app. Download it today.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rhodes in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I see we had 3 different drunk overnight texts come in. At 8:30 p.m., Oily Stool said, "Son of a bitch!" The curse continues because his Edmonton Oilers were not able to pull out that miracle. No. Ralph Has Crab says, "So glad to see Florida win. Suck it, Edmonton." That was at 9:46 p.m. And then Pierre says, "Oh, a big thing happened tonight. The Edmonton Dirt lost. My 1993 Montreal Canadiens remain the most recent Canadian Stanley Cup champion. Long live the Canadians."
Oh, my God.
Just a little bit of hate there from
in-country fighting, Canadian on Canadian crime.
Oh, they don't consider that in-country. I feel like the French in Canadian and the regular Canadians feel like it's 2 different countries altogether. So, but here we are in this country, and I got to tell you, what the hell's going on that it's only Tuesday? How the hell is it only Tuesday?
Well, first it comes Monday.
No, I get how calendars work. I'm just a little bit pissed at the whole notion that today's not already Wednesday, at least. I thought today was Wednesday all day long today.
Well, here's the good part about Tuesdays is it's Taco Tuesday. So, I mean, there's that.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I have been informed that I will get some chicken tacos later. I have been informed of that.
Well, kidding. All right.
Evidently, my wife's like, "Yeah, I just took some shredded chicken out of the freezer." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Why do we have shredded chicken in the freezer? I mean, I don't
Well,
remember
you-
us cooking any chicken and shred it. She's like, no, I bought it that way. I'm like, you can do that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What
You
about-
could buy it all spiced up and ready to go too.
And I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, how rich did you just get? There's somebody went out and bought shredded chicken rather than just, doing like we show. You buy the chicken, you cook the chicken, you eat some chicken, you have some leftover chicken, you shred the hell out of that chicken. That's how the fact that you can purchase shredded chicken just baffles me. This reminds me when I left home. I did leave home at a young age. So when I got there and I heard that this was my first shocking notion as a new person out in the world. Toilet paper is not free.
Oh no,
I thought for sure it's a human right. You get air, water, toilet paper.
I mean, I agree with you that it should be free.
I had no idea they charge for that stuff.
It is absolutely not free.
So now here we are, fast forward, and we're buying shredded chicken.
This is a kind of a pro tip for special nights when you want to got guests coming over. You go to one of those carcinerias. Carcinerias, something like that. Oh, they've got it all spiced up and gooped up with all the good Mexican spices, and and it's been sitting there in that bath all day. And
I've been
informed a couple of pounds of that, so
that we will not be having people over until I learn to behave myself. And I imagine if we ever do have a party or some sort of get together here, one of two things will happen. One, she'll take your advice and go to that place to buy the meat, or two, I won't be here.
Well, then why would
both? Maybe both.
Why would I come over if you're not going to be there?
Right. I'll probably be at your house hiding out.
But I won't be here.
Where will you
be at your house looking for you.
Well, not if I'm at your house.
Well, yeah. If you're at
to
my
coordinate
house,
this crap better.
Well, that's what I mean. We've got to start having meetings.
Hey, you gonna do some weather today? Because it's hot.
Well,
it's hot
is
and
hot.
humid,
It's
and I'm
hot
getting
and
tired
cold.
of it already.
We could do a weather update. Yes. And
All right.
be careful out there. We had a little storm last night. A little boom boom.
Yeah, a little bit of rain out here. A little bit of rain.
And they can pop up at any time now that there's moisture in the air.
It's been very hot lately.
Moisture in the air.
All over, not just here. This is normal here. It's a little early, but it's still normal here.
Yeah.
But I guess it's so hot out there in the rest of the country that Google searches for heat dome have hit an all-time high. And now a heat dome is when a high pressure system parks itself in one spot, traps the warm air so cooler air can't get in. And experts say that the heat bubble would be more accurate, but whatever. Dome gets the point across. And so it's become so hot that the Huffington Post decided to kick off their annual discussion about how to prevent swamp crotch. You know, Paul Mercurio he was talking about baby powder. I'm like, don't you know that they got like court cases where everybody's getting cancer from the baby powder?
I think that's the ladies are because it gets up in the lady parts.
Well, then he's probably in danger. Anyway,
damn, straight fire just to start it off today. Straight damn fire.
Somewhere out there, Paul Mercurio's ears are burning.
Somewhere out there, he's
or itching. Well,
I know it's already itching. It's in his crotch. He'll just probably just figure that's what that is.
It's more of a yeast infection, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah, he's making muffins down there. Anyway, so I guess it's so hot in Western Pennsylvania.
How hot is it?
Oh no, we're not doing that.
Oh, we're not.
No. Firefighters were asking people to donate water, not to spray from their hoses, drinking water. I guess.
Well, that's not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I thought you were doing the. It's so hot.
Well, it was so hot in Baltimore on Sunday that Mayor Brandon Scott jumped in the Inner Harbor to cool off.
Did he come out with multiple sets of arms?
Well, because the water there did recently get an F rating from a clean water advocacy group. So
was he trying to prove a point?
He will be missed.
Yeah, I Baltimore was kind of far away from where we lived, so I didn't go there often. That river is not clean, though.
Yeah, don't go there.
I'm just gonna just be honest. You can look. You can take the bridge across. I don't know if they still have the ferry that you take across. Whatever it is, you can't go in it. Please,
Baltimore itself isn't very clean.
It depends on which part of Baltimore you're in.
Right. Hey, have you seen the videos Kia since have you tried this? Have you tried to cook the cookies on your dashboard? There's a lady who cooked a loaf of bread in her mailbox.
I haven't, but I'm convinced that I could.
Well, it's been so hot now. Mailbox lasagna is back.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
There's actually somebody in Tennessee did this. You
It was
use fully
here?
cooked meat, but you put everything in a dish, you toss it in the mailbox, you wait 8 hours, you bring it out, boom, your lasagna's done.
I'm not gonna
What
lie
do
to
they
you.
do with your mail while you're cooking your lasagna?
If I'm the mailman, I'm putting it right in it.
Ah,
You want some It's So Hot jokes, Randy? Is that I
It's
feel
just
like you
oh
really
no,
want that.
I thought that you were doing that early.
some
you know,
lasagna with a little
so
bit of
hot in Glendale today. I saw a Roadrunner and Coyote, and they were both walking. Yeah, it was so hot today. Yeah.
How about
You know,
it was so hot I saw a chicken lay an omelet. There's a classic
yeah,
one.
There it is. Yeah, yeah.
I saw a bird pull a worm out of RFK Jr.'s brain without an oven mitt.
How
How about it's so hot the hobos are holding signs saying we'll work for shade.
Yeah.
See, now you see why I wasn't doing this?
Yes,
Because these aren't funny.
I feel like we missed the opportunity. I feel like there was an opportunity there, and we missed it.
There aren't any hot. There's no funny. It's so hot jokes. I mean, it's so hot. I saw a funeral procession pull through a Dairy Queen. It's not funny.
I think that the jokes are funnier when it's not hot all the time. It's not
Right,
funny
here,
to us
just-
here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like no, that could have happened.
The only good "It's so hot" joke I think I know is the one who says it's so hot. Jehovah Witnesses have switched to Zoom calls. That cracked me up. And outside of
is
that,
good. That's a good one.
now the rest of them are
That's a good one.
just not great. So,
All
but
right.
it's not so hot. It's the stupidity. I mean, humidity around here. So, and then of course, I thought today was the draft because I thought today was Wednesday all day.
No.
And so it's tomorrow, but that's all right. Keon's going to give us his mock draft. So we will mock his draft tomorrow.
Yeah.
Before the draft starts at 5 p.m. We will not air the draft.
Oh, that's too bad.
We will occasionally comment on the draft.
Crossing my fingers that we would be airing the draft. I think that's, as a public, I think Radio Ron needs to reconsider that.
We weren't
the
even
people.
offered a broadcast from Westwood One.
which
I
is
wonder why.
even for them, they're just like, do you really have to?
Well, they do like all sorts of weird sports, but nobody gave us one single phone call about the NBA draft. Let's see. Mr. Wilbur says it's so hot that even moist one is considered double moist. Hey, come on, Wilbur.
I mean,
No.
I should have pre-read.
there was a
It's like the old Johnny Carson bit. It's so hot. How hot is it? It's so hot. There were a group of children standing in front of Dolly Parton to get some shade.
You remember all the silence during Johnny Carson's monologues? Me too. Sun Devil Raul says, "Hey Jeffrey, was your dad in the Air Force too?" No, he was. He was a Navy guy. He says, "Did he bring home free TP from the squadron's bathrooms your whole life like mine did?" No. He says, "That's crazy you brought this subject up. I always say the joke that all of you taxpayers paid for my toilet paper my whole life growing up. Well, that's that means we all wiped Sun Devil Raul's ass all these years."
Wow.
I don't know if that's so much as a joke, but sort of a sobering thought. But thank you.
Now, for some reason, I can't get that out of my head for some reason.
Yeah, I think that was his intention. Beer Bob says, "See, Jeffrey, it goes Monday, Tuesday, then WTF."
Yeah.
I just what right does it have only being Tuesday? I'm just a little bit cranky about
I
this.
woke up today and it felt like Wednesday.
See what I'm saying?
Well, it did feel like Wednesday to me too. Yeah.
I confused myself multiple times today.
Fifth letter says, with the 22nd overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Bronny James from University of Southern Cal. I can't even say it without.
Yeah,
that ain't
I mean,
happening.
he's
It's
not getting
happening.
drafted by the Suns. He's not getting drafted by anyone in the first round. I don't know who has the 30th pick, but they're not drafting him either. I think the first 10 picks of the second round are probably also not drafting him. He's a second rounder and like a mid to late second rounder, if we're honest.
Trying to go 55. Sun
Yeah.
Devil Raul says, sorry, Randy. Didn't mean to put that image in your mind. Yeah, you did. You totally did.
I think for some reason you did, but
Yeah,
I don't know
you did.
what I've done to you to make you want to do that to me.
Oily Stool is back. He says, I'm in mourning today. Why did the Oilers do this? First in 2006, they lost a game 7 in the Cup Finals, and again now this year. I would have had much rather been swept than been given false hope. No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. That's so much more embarrassing that way.
Mhm.
This way, you went out swinging. No one could say your guys quit. No one
Hey.
could say your guys laid down. The only
Yeah.
thing they could
Legendary.
say, yeah, I mean, it's one of the greatest series that I've seen in the Stanley Cup Finals in a long time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you got Connor McDavid with the Conn Smythe trophy. Well, I mean, I think they sent it to him because he didn't come back out to get it.
Yeah,
I'm not mad about that.
me
You know,
neither.
it's not the trophy he wanted to go home with, and he's wanting to be with his fellow players and commiserate. And he was just he was rocked by this whole thing. They came so close after
Oh, yeah.
all that,
Yeah.
and no, I'm not going to skate back out and grab my MVP trophy. I mean, I won it. That's enough for me. I'm in the locker room right now with my boys, and that was the correct thing for him to do. I absolutely have zero problem with it. There, people are like, "Oh, it's disrespectful. He didn't come back out and get it." Why are they trying to award him this thing at the end of it? I mean, they should.
Well, that's when they do it. I mean,
That's
that's
dumb
when they
as
present
hell.
The awards. So.
no, it's dumb as hell if your team has lost.
I mean, yeah, but he was the best player in the series.
Absolutely.
It's hard to argue. We don't have 7 games if that guy doesn't go supernova in game 4. He just lost his mind.
What is he going to do? He's going to skate out there, get booed to death by the Florida crowd, grab his trophy, and skate back.
Yeah,
flipping off
or,
everybody.
or maybe they give him the standing ovation and they're actually
Yeah.
classy
They
about
were
it. But
booing the mere mention of his name when they started talking about it.
But either way, it's not that's not the call that he was going to make. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, he made his own call. He didn't
Yeah.
go out. I don't
And
blame
I-
him.
I
You know
respect
what
him.
he did?
Yeah.
What he did do is he fulfilled his media obligation and
Right.
he had to stand there under the bright lights and answer questions. And I think he did it like a champion. You know,
He said,
just-
"Yeah, obviously, I guess it's an honor with the names on that trophy, but yeah,
Like, yeah, no, I was watching
Absolutely
an
right,
interview
man.
with Jerry West like 6 years ago. It was a long time ago, but like he was talking about winning the MVP, losing in the finals, and he was like, that's the most depressing thing that you can do. Like, be individually the best player out there, and it's still not enough to help your team win. You feel awful. Like,
dude had 11 goals.
that,
in the Stanley Cup Finals.
That game 4 where the Oilers scored 8 goals, he was I don't think I've ever seen a person play hockey like that. Like, there were 4 guys around him. He Houdini'd out of it and then still got the goal. And then with like 5 minutes later, he was back.
Yeah.
He just hit another level because he was so desperate for his team to win, and they just came up short, and it sucks. But I think the MVP kind of is just a sad reminder that you're just of how close you were, and I think that is why you're not happy to skate out and go get it, because it just all it is a reminder that you were this close to being the champs.
Yeah, he had an amazing postseason. Just 42 goals in the postseason. Some people don't have 42 goals in their, career sometimes. But 42 goals, that's the 4th most in a single postseason in NHL history. And Wayne Gretzky, he did pretty good. He had 47 in 85. He had 43 in 88. Mario Lemieux with 44 in 91. And, he took out Wayne Gretzky's record for assists in a single postseason, 31 in 1988. Well, he got 34. He got 34 in 24 games here. So
Wow.
Connor McDavid, just ridiculous. Just a ridiculous run for Connor McDavid.
If their
And
goalie was any better,
nothing to be ashamed of. He's
Well,
got nothing to hang his head about, but he's going to hang his head with his teammates because that is crushing to go that far and try that hard and get so close. And then it's over. So Florida man wakes up, wins the Stanley Cup. That's I think the headline.
thing I thought was really cool is a couple of things with the Kachuk family. Keith Kachuk, I remember him playing for the team that used to be here. I'm not even going to say their names, but they used to be here. Keith Kachuk, and then his son Matthew Kachuk is playing on the Florida Panthers. And I saw those shots at the end. And here's a nice little nugget that I heard this morning, and I didn't know this, but Matt Tkachuk and Jason Tatum.
They went to school together.
They're buddies. They're like great friends, and both of them have won championships here in this season. Isn't that cool? So now these guys will get together, I'm sure, and have some sort of party and show each other their rings and stuff like that. So
Oily Stools says, screw Matthew Tkachuk for taking a cheap swipe at the Oilers after beating us. Stay classy, Florida Panthers. We'll see you next season. Well, what was the swipe that Tkachuk took?
I think.
I didn't see anything.
He says, what yeah, Oily Stool, fill me in. What swipe was that? Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I missed the show yesterday. Oh, well, that's an unexcused absence, and we will mark it down.
Yep. Done. Marked it.
And he wants to talk about what happened over the weekend. It's too late, George. You missed your chance.
Yeah, sorry. That was yesterday, George.
Monday. Yeah.
He says, now it's time to beat up on Skulls Minnesota Twins. Okay.
We do play the Twinkies tonight, so yeah.
Let's talk about that for just a moment. Now you're right. That is coming up at 6:40 p.m., I believe. And tell me about the Twins, Randy. What can I expect here? Because if I'm supposed to expect that the Twins will win, the Diamondbacks will win.
Well, the Minnesota Twins are a damn good team. They've been really hot lately. They are 43-35 on the season so far, but they are on the road, and that's kind of been an issue for them. They're not road warriors, and the Diamondbacks are pretty good at home. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen tonight when these two teams collide down at the Bob. And you said it right. It's 6:40 p.m. We'll have to see how the Diamondbacks can recover. We got to get some pitching, man.
We have Fat Brandon pitching.
Well, Brandon Pfaadt has been wonderful the last couple of outings. He's really shown that postseason look he had last year when the Diamondbacks went on that great run to the World Series. He has been placing the ball better. He said there's a couple of little tweaks in his delivery that they have discovered, and he's feeling much more comfortable on the hill. So the bottom line is the Twins are not going to go away easy, and they are a really good ball club. But if we can get Brandon Pfaadt to deliver a good game and rest that weary bullpen that we have, then I think this is going to be a good series against the Twins in town for 3 starting tonight.
Holy crap, we're late for a break. Listen, we have more baseball to talk about, more of your guys' texts when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, the Arizona Diamondbacks back home at Chase Field tonight in Phoenix as they begin a 3-game series with the Minnesota Twins. The Diamondbacks are back from a 6-game road trip where they went 3-3, but dropped 2 of 3 in the series to Philadelphia, losing on Sunday 4-1. Brandon Pfaadt getting the start tonight for Arizona. Joe Ryan for the Twins. The Diamondbacks getting a run and a half tonight, minus 160 on the run line. Minnesota minus a run and a half, plus 135. On the money line, the Twins minus 130. Diamondbacks plus 110. The over-under run total is at 7.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Well, Harmon Solar has the answers. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, and listen, there's a couple of ways you can go here. One, visit harmonsolar.com, browse around, because right across the page, they got links to all sorts of great information, like frequently asked questions, equipment, tax credits, even testimonials. Or just give them a call, 800-281-3189. Ask them directly. They'd love to hear from you. That's 800-281-3189. Or just go to harmonsolar.com.
You're expanding your business and need to add to your fleet. Maybe you need another semi-truck or trailer. Don't have the cash? I can help. I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital, and we offer no money down financing on new and used trucks and trailers. Whether you're an owner-operator or a fleet manager, I'll get the vehicles you need with a simple application and same-day approval. It's faster and easier than asking your banker. Call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
Attention all Arizona workers. You may be entitled to receive earned paid sick time. Every Arizona employer is responsible for keeping track of your hours and recording how much earned paid sick time is available under state law. Posters about paid sick time and minimum wage laws also need to be posted in every office. Get posters and learn more at azica.gov. That's azica.gov. This message is sponsored by the Industrial Commission of Arizona.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Oily Stool might be mad at Kachuk, but Tiger Paws isn't. She says Matt Kachuk was born here, and at least OEL got his ring, right? The first-born Arizona player to get the cup. Oily Stool says, here's the shade. Here's the cheap swipe. He says, shout out to my fans in Calgary. You know I couldn't let Edmonton win. Kachuk told Sportsnet's Kyle Bukasukukusus on the ice after the game.
Bukaka? What was that again?
I didn't want to say Bukaki. So it's like Bukaskus. Bukaskus. I've never seen that name before.
Mission accomplished on that front, I guess.
We hate the Flames and they hate us, says Oily Stool.
Well, that is true. Yeah. Edmonton and Calgary do hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. But
a lot. It just seems like the Canadian teams hate each other more than.
Well, I didn't mean Edmonton.
Like
I meant
them.
Florida and Calgary.
Oh, okay.
Florida. No, wait. Yeah. Calgary hates Edmonton. I don't know what. I think I'm having a stroke.
See, here's what it is.
Let's go back.
So
here now.
Edmonton hates Florida. Florida hates books. And
I don't like the concept of reading in general.
Right.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Sure. I could be wrong. Yeah, probably not. So okay. I was just trying to say, it's like, I'm trying to figure out, it's like, what do I not like more? Texas or Florida or California? Three places. I'm not sure which I dislike more.
I thought it was the Yankees.
I hate the Yankees as a team. I didn't say I hate Texas or Florida or California.
And I think you have a lot of vitriol towards zebras.
Well, I don't. I just feel like I'd like to, before I die, punch a zebra.
Just seems like a cool thing that it would be interesting to do.
I think it would be cool to punch an animal. You've got to have some sort of anger
come
or
on. Zebras would fight
attitude
back.
against
You're not
Zebra's
punching
got
a-
it coming, and he knows it.
You're not punching a bunny.
The zebra's got it coming and he knows it.
Yeah.
Keon, did you hear that?
Well,
What did the zebra do to you?
I don't know. I'd love to hear it.
Zebra never did anything to me. I just don't like its attitude.
Its attitude?
Yeah, just not a real fan of zebra's attitude, smugness.
A smug zebra now.
I don't
Does the Phoenix Zoo know this so they don't let you in?
I don't really want to get into this right now.
Huh?
I don't want to talk about this. Someday I may have my make-a-wish, and my make-a-wish will be punch a zebra.
I don't think they're ever going to give you a make-a-wish. It's up to me, big fella.
I feel
I
like
will,
they'll let me do it because it won't hurt the zebra. It'll probably break my hand, and then
It
the zebra will probably trample me.
No, zebra's not that big. They're not like the size of
They're
a horse.
Bigger than a mule, smaller than a horse.
They're no, they're really not. They're much
Their
smaller
faces
than a
are
horse.
giant
I don't think so.
compared to me.
Have you seen a zebra up close?
No.
Yeah.
Restraining
Because if
orders.
you did,
Zebras-
you would have punched them.
Zebras are 900 pounds. I think.
Well, they
And I
think the
know
zebra
you
will
think
be all
I'm
right.
closer to that, but I'm not.
Zebras do have a lot of girth. I will say that. There's a lot of width to a zebra.
I try not to pay attention to what the zebra's packing. I just mind my own business.
Have
Keep
you
my eyes
seen
on my own
those?
work.
Are they
they're not
striped
tall.
as well?
That's a good question. Don't want to know. Somebody else
Yeah.
have to tell us.
Yeah.
Is there dangle striped? I don't know.
All right. Punch a zebra and then have you cremated and spread your ashes through several different fireworks and shoot you into the sky. That way you will be spread all over everyone.
I also feel like maybe I could take that zebra with me.
You want to take a living
Here's
animal.
what happens: you get into a fist fight with the
Right.
zebra. The zebra becomes your friend because he
See-
actually respects the way that you.
I don't think you want to fight a zebra.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
That's
a better
possible.
fight if
That's a movie.
if you were able to fight. I don't know, maybe a kangaroo.
Kangaroos are vicious.
Uh-huh.
Oh no,
and jacked.
they will beat your ass.
Yeah.
And then they got the claws to just disembowel
yeah.
you.
They've
Yeah.
got the claws.
Don't mess with a kangaroo.
If a
Well, I
kangaroo
just-
does want to kick you, your day is over.
If you're punching a helpless zebra,
They're not helpless.
they
Really.
are helpless.
They are.
No, I think they are.
solid animals.
Yeah.
I think they'll be okay.
It's like it'll be like punching a wall. It
Mm.
goes
I don't-
like that.
No, I don't think that's what a
The,
zebra
the
does.
smaller end of an adult zebra is 700 pounds. Like that's a solid animal. Like you're
No,
not
it-
just gonna throw one punch and hurt a zebra.
Keon, what did we say the other day? Booties are called now. Is that cake? Was that cake?
Yeah, that's
What? See, zebras got a lot of cake. Have you ever seen a zebra from the back?
Oh man, I love a good zebra kick though.
There's
You
a
know
lot
they
of-
said that
there's
that's
a lot
the
of
most
cake.
unhealthy.
You're not
snack
wrong. That's just
food.
not the context I ever thought I'd hear that word.
Zebra cake is
Yeah.
the worst food.
They
you could
say
get.
the Little Debbie zebra cake is the most has like 34 grams of sugar or something.
I
in it.
I
can't
used to
believe
eat
that.
those
I'm
every day.
presently on a diet. I can't partake of that.
Get
But
cup of coffee and a zebra cake every
No.
morning.
Who
No, I
stops
like
at one
those-
zebra cake? Though?
I like those crumb cakes, the Little Debbie crumb cakes. Now, ooh, and then you get the coffee with it. Yes.
Yeah. No, I stopped at one just because I was having one every day. And the school that I was at, the library was sponsored by the Little Debbie factory that was right around the corner. So like
Which was sponsored by the people who make insulin.
you wake up in the morning, everything smells like cookies. You have to have one. You have to have
Yes.
one.
All
Why
right,
do
so-
why do these kids nowadays, Jeffrey, get to have these great sponsors for their schools, like Little Debbie,
Right,
zebra
like Taco
cakes
Bell
and
in the school
Taco
kind of
Bell.
thing. Yeah.
You know, when we went to school, it was I don't know, it was some sort of black bean meat and curds and whey and I don't know what else they tried to feed us.
Something from one of the folds of
Curds
the
and
cafeteria
Oh,
lady,
yeah,
I think.
yeah, I think you're right. She
Oh,
would go,
man.
lift that up and scoop it out, add a little cream to that.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. So some shows will warn you about things that are bad for you. This show will give you that list, but more of a way of saying, "Hey, this is the good stuff."
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, love a zebra cake. I don't care if it has 320 calories. I really don't.
That's like half a meal's worth of calories in just one
Now, would you
Small
punch
cookie.
a zebra
Hey,
cake?
but it has 2 grams of protein.
Would
Okay,
you punch
we can
a
work
zebra
with that.
cake?
We can work with that.
Yeah, I would punch it right down into my cake hole right here. Bam. I'd eat it. I mean, you punch a zebra cake. I
I
feel
don't
like
know if you can say
It's just a
cake
waste-
hole. It'd
it's
have
a
to be
waste
more
of
like
food.
pie hole because cake
zebra cake hole.
is according
Seems
to
like
Keon,
that's a texture nickname. Zebra
Yeah.
cake hole says.
zebra cake hole says. All right, let me put that on the list here.
You want to hear the other good stuff? Now they say 10 unhealthiest snacks, but I'm going to just say the good stuff.
All right.
Okay, so number 2 on their list of unhealthiest is Smucker's Goober Grape. I don't think that's good. Has anybody tried the Goober stuff? The peanut butter and
Is it the one with the peanut butter and
Yeah,
jelly?
yeah,
and the,
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that.
You know why? Because
Is
the
that the
peanut butter they
Goobers?
put in those kinds of things never tastes quite as good as
Yeah.
like the peanut butter you buy.
Like it makes more sense. Like because with the peanut butter you just buy, like just the straight peanut butter, I could just eat that. Like I don't even need the bread or the jelly at that point.
I'm 62, and there's still nothing that there's not very many things that will beat a damn fine put together peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh yeah, my wife gives me the look when I get to me because I grew up on peanut butter and jelly
Oh
sandwiches.
yeah.
And she's like, "That's more like a dessert. If you eat that, you can't eat anything else for like 7 days." And I'm just like, "What?"
Like even if you say, okay, what if my ratio is more peanut butter to jelly?
I put on a lot of peanut butter.
So what's
Oh,
the
yeah,
problem?
you gotta
She says the
have-
peanut butter is the most fattening part of that thing.
Okay, there's
What?
a lot of fats in peanut butter, but
Sure,
but
there's
counterpoint,
protein, but
there's
a lot of other
plenty
stuff.
protein. That's true. It peanut butter.
Crun-
I don't know.
Crunchy or smooth.
Yes.
So either way for you.
Yeah, I'm good. Either
Yeah.
way.
I'm
Yeah,
smooth.
You're a smooth guy.
Smooth. Got to be
Mm.
smooth.
So here's some of the other ones: Ritz Bits cheese sandwich crackers.
Okay, those are good.
Okay. Turtle Chex Mix. Oh, is that with like the chocolate in it or something?
I think so.
Little
Has to be,
Debbie
'cause I don't know how
Swiss
to-
rolls. Boy, Little Debbie is just getting
Boy, they
attacked
just
here.
hate Little Debbie, don't they?
I mean, as far as calories go, I mean, my freshman 15 in college was like a freshman 25, and Little Debbie's was 90% of the reason.
I used to
why.
love the Apple Delights. Apple Delights.
Apple
are great.
Delights.
Can't ever find them. Doritos. Doritos is number 6 on the list. I love Doritos.
Well, I mean,
Max
the
salt and
nacho
vinegar
cheese ones.
pork skins.
I like the Cool Ranch.
I don't care for pork rinds or skins.
Really?
I feel like I'm eating somebody else's sunburn. You know what I'm just? It's just because it's skin. You're eating
A
skin.
little bit.
It's-
I can't
get past it.
As much as that description should disturb me, it doesn't. I still like it. I lived in Georgia too long.
I feel like I'm just gonna be like from Austin Powers. Oh, it's your father. And oh,
Yeah, when you put it
that's a
that way.
good one.
When you put it that way, that's not great.
Hostess old fashioned donuts. Oh, shut up. I love them little donuts.
What's wrong with those?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Just because it's on this list doesn't mean that I'm not eating.
It's just the unhealthiest snacks. Yeah, it doesn't mean you have.
I
I think this is a great
Or-
list.
or it's the good stuff.
Twix
Exactly.
candy bars,
What the hell's wrong with Twix candy bars?
not a
chewy
damn
dips,
thing.
chocolate chip granola bar. Yeah, of course why?
Yeah.
Of course they're going to say that
It's
because
just-
sometimes I get
It's
those.
just chocolate inside of chocolate. What? What is healthy about that? Almost.
I'm not
nothing.
reading any
chocolate.
more of this,
Oh,
but I will tell you that Hot Pockets came in at number 19. So
damn it.
all these things are less healthy than a Hot Pocket.
Well, there went Keon's dinner. Part of his dinner.
Well, yeah, because
Like, this
Salad
is my
right there.
entire shopping
I
list.
try to cook, for the health reasons. It's just easier to keep track of all the calories you're eating when you cook the food. But I like a good hot pocket every now and then. Don't say that.
Hot Pockets.
Don't throw that on me.
Oily Stool was pretty upset about Kachuk and taking a swipe at the Oilers after beating them. And Tiger Paws says Matt was traded from Calgary to Florida. That's why there's a rivalry there with Edmonton. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Average Joe says, ever since I saw Blazing Saddles, I've wanted to punch a horse in the face. Horses
A
are
horse?
nice. They're sweet.
Horses are nice.
Majestic animals.
I'm
man.
going to ride a horse for the first time on my vacation.
Oh, no kidding. For the first time?
Yeah, I've decided I'm going to go ahead and try it. What's that?
There's a lot of things you need to know about. And whatever you do, wear some some underwear that holds you up if you catch my drift.
All
Because
my
when
underwear holds me up, Randy. I
Well,
don't.
no, it needs to be like super holdy uppy, because
Mhm.
when the horse starts getting up a gallop, and one of those boys slides
Squish,
down in the
squish,
wrong
squish,
area.
squish.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Your
yeah.
most compression of the underwear.
Yeah.
You think I'm afraid to reach down the front of my pants and pull those things out of the way in front of people? I am not.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying make sure one of the boys doesn't slide down out of position because
Because
it's not a good
second,
experience.
You're a second too late. That being said, Mongo knocking out that horse in Blazing Saddles is easily one of my favorite moments in that.
Well, I'm not. I'm paying to ride this horse. I'm not knocking it out.
But no, you can't. It's just that I don't remember exactly what happened in the scene, but the guy that was yelling at him from the horse, and I thought he was going to punch the guy. Then
And
he
he hit
walks
the
up and
horse.
just knocks the horse unconscious.
And it was a brilliant stunt horse too. Monkey Puncher says it was just an unnecessary swipe at my Yankees. Wait, what? Just sitting here listening to the show, and all of a sudden my Yankees become a casualty of Florida man.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just because Randy assumed that I was talking about the Yankees because I hate the Yankees, but I wasn't. I was talking about that. I didn't even say I hated. I don't hate Florida, Texas, or California. I don't hate those states. I don't want to drive through them.
But
I think that Texas, California, and Florida are great
The Yankees.
states to visit. I would never live in any of them. Just I lived in Texas. Already did my
Yeah,
already
you
did my
don't want to
time
go
there.
back to Texas unless they increase the speed limit so you can get up out of there. You know.
I don't know. The I-10 in South Texas reached like 85 at the speed limit. That was
It's not fast enough because
but
they actually did a study. It ranked Texas as the top state for a summer road trip, unless you're Mexican, Jewish, black, gay, female. But outside of that, it's a great place for a road trip.
if you're in South Texas, it's pretty nice. Usually, because if you're Mexican and you're in South Texas, you'll be okay. You'll
You'll
fine.
blend in.
You'll be fine. It's when you get to like Amarillo.
What's
Don't
the
go
state?
there.
They say Virginia is for lovers. Texas
do.
is for no one. Just don't go there.
Just don't go.
Stay out of Texas. Feel like that's probably smart. So sorry, Monkey Puncher. I will occasionally profess my hatred for those Yankees.
It's just gonna happen, and you're just gonna have to deal from time to time. But you've been listening for a while. You know.
Hamilton Porter says, Randy, haven't you seen the video of the guy boxing a kangaroo? That bastard had it coming. Stole the guy's dog. Well, that guy was lucky that he just stunned the kangaroo, because that kangaroo could have killed
Did you
him.
see that? That kangaroo had biceps on
Yeah.
his biceps. I'm
yeah.
not messing with that kangaroo.
That kangaroo's been in prison.
Yeah.
But look, man, don't mess
Doing
with a guy's
burpees
dog.
every day for
Do
hours.
not mess with a
Oh,
guy's
I know,
dog.
but that kangaroo took full advantage of the yard, if you know what I mean. All right, listen, we have to take a break. We come back, we'll get caught up on the text line and other assorted things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up and spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. And with up to 3 streams at once, you'll never have to fight about what to watch. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows, and save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC Plus. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's philo.tv.
Do Do summer projects your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. With free delivery on over 2 million items, you can make the most of summer grilling and dig into gardening. Plus, get same-day delivery on thousands of products like power tools and storage to tackle any last-minute garage project. Summer your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select and stock items by 4 p.m. subject to availability.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders.
Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, KBA, and this station.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. See for yourself when you sign up today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Terms and conditions apply.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Today Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Going to give away some Scottsdale 4th of July celebration tickets in each hour today. That's right. I got some indoor tickets. Here's what happens. These are $25 a piece tickets. Includes everything indoors but getting the barbecue. They've got food available in there you can buy. But when you go in there, you get air conditioning and there's all sorts of family-friendly entertainment inside. And then as soon as the fireworks are getting ready, you can step outside and it's less hot because the sun has gone down. And you can enjoy the boom booms. So we have some tickets for indoor access to the Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. And listen, go to their website and check it out, scottsdale4th.com. It's Scottsdale, the number 4th.com, scottsdale4th.com. And all sorts of fun things. There's going to be an eating contest where you can see cold beers and cheeseburgers, summer sliders eating contest. 14 people up there just eating the hell out of them sliders, and all sorts of games and fun things to do inside. And then you go out and you see the fireworks. We'll do that here in a few minutes. Right now, I just kind of want to get caught up on the text line real fast.
All right.
888-368-1580. Hamilton Porter says, I rewatched that video on the break. Yeah, that kangaroo shanked a few guys. Might even have a teardrop tattoo right there. I'm not kidding, man. That thing was rough. Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, I would take 60 cents with me to high school and buy a burrito and a small Coke. I have no idea what was in that burrito.
See?
You don't want to know.
No.
Yeah, if you had $1, you had lunch when we were kids. You know? Yeah, nowadays you go into the I used to be able to go in a convenience store with a quarter and come out with a drink and a bag of chips and a candy bar. But then they started putting in all those video cameras. You can't get away with that anymore.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Vermont Dog says, my ex-wife had a zebra ass, yo. What? Check it out. You could bounce a 6-pack of beer on that booty.
Wow.
What is a zebra ass? I have no idea.
Mm.
Is that a thing?
Well,
if it's like cake.
Randy was saying they're big. So
yeah.
I got you.
So
is that what it means, that they're big?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, yeah. It's not just it's just not anyone. It's
not anyone. No, it's a zebra.
You know what kind of ass the Irish have, right? Pancake. That's what they get. Just flat, non-existent.
Get to the gym and start doing some squats.
Yeah. Against the spread says, I heard you guys talking about zebra cakes.
Yeah.
For the record, Little Debbie was first girlfriend growing up back in Illinois. She had the best treats, including the oatmeal cream pies and the Christmas tree cakes. We broke up because it was an unhealthy relationship.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all good stuff.
The
It's all
Christmas
good
tree
stuff.
cakes. Good Lord.
What I don't understand is why did they stop making the Apple Delight? The Apple Delight became less of a delight because what it was like a cool little cake, little thing, and it had like a little circle. It was almost like a Danish, where it had like a goo of apple, a circular goo of apple,
a little goo.
yeah, a
of
little apple goo.
A little goo.
But the delight part, which was the apple, became smaller and smaller to where it was almost non-existent.
Mm.
And I think that little Debbie was like, I can't afford these apples.
It's just too expensive.
So no more delights, no more apple delights. Although
That's a shame.
oatmeal pies, you got to keep me away from those.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, not allowed to have that in my house because I'll eat the whole thing. And I'll get a box, and the box will be gone before the morning. It's
You know, I used to do it when I would go to the store when I'm 18. I'm living on my own. I'm 18. I'm going through the store. What I did, I go straight to the Apple Delights, and as I was getting the rest of my groceries, I would eat the entire box of Apple Delights. Just in that one trip, and I get up to the guy, and I'd put the empty box there, and he's like, "You can't do that." Like, yeah, I can. I ate them while I was shopping, and now I'm buying them. You're getting the money. Don't tell me where I can eat this. And he's like, no, that's a good point.
Yeah,
but
no. If I wanted to steal it from you, I wouldn't be here with the box. Like
Exactly.
That's come on, be reasonable here.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Sun Devil Raul says, has Moist One texted in about his hot pocket? No,
not yet. But
he must be busy because he's missed a lot of opportunities.
oh yeah. I mean, yesterday alone.
Ray says, what's her name, Jeffrey? The name of the woman you called a horse that you'll be riding in vacation?
Wow.
A horse.
Mm.
Yeah, Ray. Yeah, my wife
Yeah,
would
I'd
whoop
say,
your
yeah.
ass, by the way.
Yeah.
What are you insinuating?
Yeah. Hurry Harry says, yes, I grew up on horses. Randy is correct. Tidy whities are best for this.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I got you. I've got some uncomfortably tight underwear that I'll wear. I do have do you have that pot? Like, here's what it is. I get the jockey boxer briefs. Those are the good ones. I love those. So those get first. Then after that, it's the Hanes. And they're kind of, I don't really like them as much as my jockeys. And then there's some other stuff that's just been sitting in there, like my backup unders. The backup unders, those are the ones that are going to work. They're not tidy whities, but they'll work that way.
Backup underwear.
Well, it's in my closet. 5216, a new texter here on the text line says, howdy there. I take offense to Keon's swipe at my hometown of Amarillo, Texas. How do you like that, Keon? He's taking offense to what you said after everything that I just said about Texas.
About the entire state of Texas. But I went after Amarillo specifically, a place that was not good for me specifically.
Says Amarillo is a fine city known as the helium capital of the world and Rotor City, USA. We're also home to Big Texas Steakhouse. You mind your tongue, Keon.
I won't mind it. I'm a former Texan. I lived in that state. And I'm telling you, Amarillo didn't like it. That's all I said. In fact, that's all I'm going to repeat.
You don't even need to say you're a former Texan. You just say what you.
I simply did not like my time there. I don't understand what I have to watch my tone about. I didn't like it.
I've driven through there many times. I thought it was a quaint little village. Thank you.
If that's the best thing that you can say about it, that is.
One of us has to be on the good side.
I picked up a trailer. I'm not kidding. I picked up a trailer in Amarillo.
Yeah?
Not a one you live in. Come on.
Well,
I know I'm a cracker, but please. No, I picked up a trailer.
Rich. It's fine.
That had this thing where you turn the crank and an entire radio tower would come out of it. And it was all sort of connected together. I had to go there and get it and bring it back through Flagstaff and down into the valley. This was, like over 10 years ago. And I remember that steakhouse. I went in that steakhouse, and then that little hotel that's right there next to it is where I stayed. And I got to tell you, I'm not in a hurry to go back.
Just that's all I'm saying. Look, if you're from Amarillo and you liked Amarillo, good for you. I'm simply suggesting, as a person who visited Amarillo, I did not enjoy my time in it.
Why is that? Or should I not ask?
No, we don't have to get into it.
Yep. That's where I was. I was just double checking my map here. That's where I went.
I didn't go to the steakhouse though, which.
Hey, well,
might
that
have
wouldn't
changed
have.
things.
It would not have improved your thoughts.
There are lots of
Maybe it would have gotten
steakhouses
some
in
steak.
Texas. Like that's not special for Texas. A steakhouse? That's every city has a steakhouse. What's special about the one in Amarillo?
5216 says, "Thank you, Randy." Spelled your name with an I, by the way.
Oh,
I know you show respect for the great state of Texas and the fine city of Amarillo.
Well, I liked San Antonio. I lived. I
Yes.
grew up in San Antonio. I like San Antonio a lot.
Boy, Amarillo is a little stain of a city right there. Look at that.
That would be my description too, to be honest. But
Rick Husband, Amarillo International Airport. Who are you lying to by putting the name international on that? Nobody's flying
Well,
in.
if they're
from
flying to
France.
Mexico. If they're flying into Mexico, that
yeah,
would be
dude,
international.
we have
would
to
it
make
not?
some rules about that because if you fly to a single other country outside the U.S. and then slap
How do you guys
international on there,
know?
that is
Have you
false
ever flown
advertising.
out of Amarillo Airport?
Lubbock
gonna
used
lie,
to
I'm
be Lubbock used to be located at Canyon, Texas, but they moved all the way south to get further away from Amarillo.
Wow. Wow.
To answer your question, Randy, today is
Yeah.
the day that I learned that Amarillo had an airport. So if that
They recently discovered that there was flight.
I don't know how you guys could be so hard on such a quaint little community.
I'm not even going to ask 5216 if they want to text your nickname. I'm pretty sure they've already turned this off. So,
yeah, it's just
or rounded up a posse. One of the two.
Or just counting the days until our next remote.
Well, we're going to have one. So there.
Yeah.
Cheesehead Bill says, poor Keon. So close. Number one
So close to
Rattlers
what?
fan
A new bumper.
says, so you can take
Oh.
any cereal and add the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies chopped up into bite-sized pieces and yummy. Never thought about that.
Any cereal, huh?
Yeah. Let's see. Baker's Cocky Hen says they could have shot Breaking Bad in Amarillo and no one would have noticed.
Mm.
Random Texture says, "Hey, Randy,
Yeah.
have you ever made Amarillo by morning?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Amarillo. I'm
that a
on my
song?
way. Yeah.
Who's,
So
wh-
you
whose
don't
song
want
is
to know. It's a country and western song.
that? Oh, yeah. The hell with that. Cheese Skull says, "I'll take Amarillo over El Paso." Okay. That's where they make my salsa. El Paso. That's all I know about El Paso.
El Paso's nice.
This
Pleasant.
Texas person says, "I can attest to the fact you can fly to Mexico and Canada from Amarillo."
And there you go.
He goes, "I know
International.
you're joking, but mind your tongue, Keon." It wasn't him that said it. It was me.
It was Jeffrey that said it, but also I am 34 years old. The only person
Uh-huh.
who gets to tell me to mind my tongue and I actually listen is my
Go ahead.
mom. Are you my mom? No, you're not. I think you should can it.
Yeah, my mom
What
was
are you
texting
talking
me
about?
during
Mind-
the show yesterday.
mind
I had to mind my tongue.
Boy,
She was not happy.
she doesn't like me anymore, does she?
Oh no, had nothing to do with you.
Oh, all right.
She was what was it? She here. I don't know if I even read this to you. She says, "I listened to the whole show. Monkey Puncher is a perfect name for that gal." And she started giving me crap for reading some stuff that was said. She's like, would you jump off a bridge? I'm like, oh God, this again. And I said, "I'm here to give women a voice." And she says, "Okay, I guess you have. Thank you." So it's like, I can't believe I got away with that. And then she was
she's not
telling
gonna
me,
let you get away with it next time, but you got
Uh-uh.
you got off good this time.
Yeah.
she was telling me that she was going to the get some new hearing aids, and she says, she says, "I hope I'll be able to hear better in noisy environments." So I said, "What?" I was like, "Huh?" And she goes, "Can you hear
course
me
you can.
now?" And I said, "Can I beer a cow?" What? That's when she stopped texting me. So I don't think I'll hear from her today.
Yep.
You know, I've been sitting here all this time trying to get to my second baseball story, and I just didn't quite get there, did I?
We derailed again.
Well,
For Amarillo, Texas, of all places.
yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
Well, think about the
Amarillo by
rails
morning.
when we get back. This has been hour one. Presumably, it'll be hour two, but no one knows. It might be hour three. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel. Not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Do summer projects your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. With free delivery on over 2 million items, you can make the most of summer grilling and dig into gardening. Plus, get same-day delivery on thousands of products like power tools and storage to tackle any last-minute garage project. Summer your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order selected stock items by 4 p.m. subject to availability.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a walk-off grand slam or a base hit to center field, whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. And with up to 3 streams at once, you'll never have to fight about what to watch. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows, and save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC Plus. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's philo.tv.
We all know driving hammered gets you nailed, but did you also know driving high is a DUI? I'm Officer Badalucco with the Gilbert Police Department. Anything that impairs your driving makes you dangerous on the road. If you feel different, you drive different, and driving high is illegal. Be smart with marijuana use. Get the facts at drivinghighaz.com and spread the word with #HighDUI. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I got through just sort of talking about the Diamondbacks playing today at 6:40 p.m. against Minnesota Twins.
Yep.
We didn't get much further than that.
Yeah.
We talked about the Florida whatever's
Panthers.
winning the Stanley Cup, keeping the American streak alive. Beyond that, don't care about Florida. Don't care. So let's pick back up something. I'm sure you've heard this, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. But that Philadelphia Phillies play, that triple play, was something we haven't seen in almost 100 years. The Phillies turned a rare 1-3-5 triple play. They haven't done that. Nobody's done that since 1929.
Wow.
So 1-3-5 triple play. Can you explain that? What that means?
Well, what it means is when the ball was in play, the pitcher fielded the ball and somehow made the first out. Then he threw on to first base. That's the scoring of the first baseman when you're scoring baseball. And then the first baseman, he went ahead and threw to the third baseman. And it was a triple play because it was a line drive the pitcher caught. So that's your first out.
Mm-hmm.
The runners on first and third were moving when the ball was struck. So they were way off base. The pitcher threw it to first. Then the third base runner started running towards home, thinking he could get home. So all that Bryce Harper had to do was then just simply play catch with the third baseman. He steps on the bag. There you go.
Yep.
1-3-5 triple play.
Bam. I'm surprised that hasn't happened since 1929. Matt Vierling hits a broken bat liner right to Aaron Nola, tosses to Bryce Harper, like you said, doubled Kelly off of first. Catcher Garrett Stubbs sees McKinstry's never stopped running, steps up, signals to Harper, throw to third, and Alec Baum stepped on the bag. Bam, to triple play.
That's it, and it took about 3 seconds.
It was, you blink, you miss it.
That's
so
how
why
quick it went.
Is that so rare?
Well, I mean, usually runners are paying attention. I don't know why the Tigers, both runners
McKinstry blew it, basically.
Why they had brain farts. I mean, on a line drive, generally as a base runner, especially a line drive in the infield, you get back to your bag. If it's a line drive to the outfield, you're off your bag and you're moving towards the next base. And if the guy makes the catch, then you come back to your bag. But in the infield, I don't know why these guys were off their bag. Usually you freeze or get back to your base. And then when Nola threw it to first, the third base runner, I don't know what he was thinking. He didn't go back and tag up. Now, if he had gone back and touched the base,
never stopped
third base, and then tried to score, then it would have had to been a play at the plate. But he didn't. So I don't know what the base runners were doing.
Well, Bryce Harper says, pretty cool moment for all of us. It was like going back to Little League. We were so excited.
Yeah, very cool.
And to top it off, the Phillies beat the Tigers 8-1. So there you go.
Yeah,
I know.
Are real good.
I just wanted to get your input on that.
Well, I mean, when you've got two base runners and they have these brain farts like they did, I'm even looking at the freeze right here on the X, what do they call it? The
Twitter?
I'm on Yahoo Sports right now looking at the Twitter feed from MLB. But it was an infield line drive. Why is the guy at first base? He is off he's probably 20 feet off the bag. He's nearly halfway to second base. I just don't understand. Were they not paying attention?
Average Joe says, I think because the way the ball bounced off the catcher, it looked like the ball hit the ground and bounced up. Hence, ball in play.
No. I don't think the ball ever touched the catcher. From what I saw, it was just a line drive back to the pitcher.
Yeah, it was a broken bat.
They could have seen the bat, but I didn't see the bat flying. I mean, when I played ball, I never infield. I was always on the bag, man. I couldn't be that far off the bag. I might have been a step just so I could just step back to the bag. But when the ball is struck, you freeze, and if it's infield, you start heading back to your bag, man. You're not off. I mean, the guy at first base is way off. He is way off. That's just crazy.
Well, I guess we'll talk about this again in another 100 years.
Maybe.
Because that's how often it happens.
Maybe.
So we haven't really had a chance to talk about this. I don't know if this broke while we were on air and maybe we just weren't really paying attention, but this whole Alex Morello thing, he has walked away from owning the Coyotes. And, it's like, well, you sold the team. What they say, he had the rights to restart it. And then when that land deal got delayed and indefinitely, and he's like, well, we can't do that. We don't want to do business on the Indian land because we can't build houses and all that. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, you just go back to Glendale and get your ass in the arena there, make a deal and just keep the team going while you're sorting this out.
I don't think the city of Glendale will let him.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
also
don't- I
his
don't-
fault.
Yeah, that's also his fault. But
Yeah.
I just think that if Alex Morello were more interested in running a hockey team than trying to start a real estate business,
We'd still have a
he'd-
damn team.
We'd still
Yeah,
have
well.
a team, and he'd still like he wouldn't be seen in this town the way that he is.
Do you want to know why he's not doing anything? I think that, and to see this could go one of two ways. One way, if they did a reactivation of the Coyotes here, that would have meant he'd have to pay back $1 billion that he got from the sale. And then the other $200 million he got would be distributed to the other owners as a relocation fee. So he would, all that money he got for selling the Coyotes, gone. He's in a start over mode. And he's probably kind of like, why would I do that? So this whole thing about the land deal gives him the excuse to walk away. Says, well, I tried. Or on the other hand, maybe, the NHL kind of did this on purpose. They kind of wanted him out, like completely all the way out. And, just was like, oh, because here's what it is with the 5-year exclusive rights window. He had to have certain things in progress by 3.5 years in that window. And that's not easy to do because the rules on reactivation said it had to happen before December 31st, 2027, and the arena would have to be 50% complete by then.
Oh.
Nothing is happening fast in
no.
this situation.
No, he's
And
not going to do that.
feel like the NHL might have painted him into a little bit of a corner there. And his consolation prize is $1.2 billion, but no opportunity to make even more because that he would have. He would have if he could have got his act together and got the land figured out and in the development and all that stuff. That billion 0.2 is small compared to what he would have made. He just blew it.
Yeah, I think he reminds me a lot of, and minus the sexual assault cases and all that other stuff, which I do not take lightly. But if you put that to the side, he reminds me a lot of Dan Snyder, where he seems to have ticked off so many people that nothing he actually wants to happen can happen because no one's willing to help him. There's nobody that's willing to do him any favors. The NHL is not doing him any favors. They seem to be just okay with him screwing this all up. He's not getting any support from any local politicians. The city of Glendale won't have anything to do with him. I remember like the last gasps of Dan Snyder in Washington was him trying to get some land in Virginia to try and build a new stadium. He wanted to move to DC, but the city of DC hated him. The mayor said, I will never pick up the phone and talk to you. Like Alex Morello feels like that, where it's just, he's just made so many enemies, or at least not enough friends. He can't do any of the stuff he seems to think that he can do.
So why are all the communities? Remember, he was talking about in the Fiesta Mall area or something, or North Mesa or something, and then he had other places in mind, and it seemed like all the doors would slam shut. I mean, the first door that slammed shut was Tempe when he tried to build an arena there, and he just was look. Anytime you need a referendum, this guy was failing, and the referendum. It seemed like a big deal. We were kind of puzzled. Why is Tempe saying no to this? This seems like a pretty good idea. Rather than have a landfill, have a hockey arena. And then he was looking at places at Salt River, Pima, Maricopa Indian community. And, and then there's some other places that he was kind of trying to check out, and just nothing seemed to go his way. And maybe it's because people are looking at him like, yeah, but that thing you did in Glendale, you know what I mean? Like, nah, we don't want to help you. We don't want this to happen here. So, that's it. So now we're just another expansion city, according to the NHL. Here's the thing. Why is he doing this right this second? Seems like he had more time to try, right? He had more time to try.
He did, but I just think that like he's the one that knows how much support he was able to get. This is a man that wasn't able to get the city of Glendale behind him. This is a man who had the opportunity to build support for something he was attempting to build in Tempe. He couldn't build that support. He wasn't even asking for money, but he never the attention to detail. Yeah, like the attention to detail and the ability to try and push your agenda. He didn't seem interested in that. Obviously not paying the hotel bills, which gave the Coyotes a bad reputation around the NHL in the first place, Like he just did a bunch of shady stuff. Like he probably knew, yeah, in 3 years I can't get anything going. I don't have friends. Like no matter how wealthy you are or how much money you have, if you don't have friends, there's not a whole lot you can make happen in any city, especially this one. And he just didn't have the political backing, if anything else, which would have helped him out a lot.
So the NHL is saying, well, we're not really in expansion mode at the moment. And but then there's somebody in Atlanta who they've purchased land. They've got arena ready. Everything's been settled there for Atlanta.
Not again.
Well, they're not going to just expand to one new place. So
they're going to
second place could be Phoenix.
And they're going to award Atlanta another franchise.
Right.
They've lost the Thrashers once, twice, 3 times.
Well, then Arizona shouldn't have any trouble. You know what I'm
you
saying?
really shouldn't, because the Thrashers have gotten more chances. And I've lived in Atlanta. That's not a hockey town. They do a lot of great things in that city. It's very fun to be there. Go to Buckhead. It's a great time. They don't do hockey in Atlanta. And they keep trying to do hockey in Atlanta. And I don't know why.
Well, according to some local website here, it says at least 2 groups have interest in bringing an expansion team to Arizona, but it'll be hard to gauge their level of interest and ability until they formally enter the fray and the process begins. So, well, I'm reading there. We're not going to have hockey here for another decade, I think.
I don't anticipate NHL being here anytime soon, unless the NHL steps in and somehow purchases the rights for the Coyotes, and they then will bring in the team, because I know that Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, really wants a franchise here in Phoenix.
He wanted that this whole time. He gave Alex Morello like every opportunity essentially to get his crap together because he really wanted the team to stay.
Well, crap not together.
Yeah.
Alex Morello walking away, and now we just have to wonder, well, what's next? Nothing. Is this going to be quiet now, or is somebody going to come along?
Just going to be quiet now until something breaks. Yep.
Well, this is bull crap is what this is. They could have sorted it out. Why didn't the NHL put the Morello fella in a headlock and say, make things right with Glendale?
Well, it's
make
really
things right with Glendale until you've got. Here's the thing: you don't quit a job till you got a new job, right?
Correct.
You don't quit a job. You shouldn't quit an arena
unless you work in radio
till you got a new arena. In radio, you don't leave job leaves you.
That's usually that is how that goes. And I guess Alex Morello decided that was how his hockey team was going to work too. But I think that when you look at what the Coyotes are, I think with the NHL, like a lot of these other teams, they're the ones that make the ultimate decision, as much as Gary Bettman can say things or not. And I think a lot of these owners would rather a bad owner lose the team than any of them set the precedent where the league is telling them what to do.
It's so hard to remove an owner from a franchise that's part of one of these major sports groups.
Bettman did pretty good work on it, though, didn't he?
It's well, yes, but I mean, unless it is, look what happened in Washington with Keon's team. Look how long it took the NFL to finally work around removing the owner of the Washington Commandos.
It's just the other owners don't want it to be easy for owners to get eliminated. Because if that happens, then when you screw up or you make your big mistake, how easy is it for you to go? I even remember Mark Cuban with Donald Sterling when he got into his trouble saying all of that racist stuff about Magic Johnson. Mark Cuban was hesitant to vote yes. He did vote yes on voting Donald Sterling out, but he was like, I don't like how easy this is. Because it's just, if something happens to you, and sure enough, some stuff came out about Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks years later. If that happens to you, you want it to be hard to get rid of you.
Well, here's an idea. Don't be racist.
That's a start.
Now it's way harder to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Walter Mellon says, how about we get Radio Run, Ralph from Harmon Solar there, and the Fourth Dimension. Boom. Investment group for an expansion team. Well,
$1 billion to start.
1.2. Yeah, you have $1 billion to just reactivate the Coyotes. Listen, I'm down with the 1 billion, but I don't think you guys can come up with 200 million. I feel like you guys show me you can come up with the 200 million.
I don't know if I can come up with 200,000. I really not helpful.
I don't know if I
Just
can come up with $200.
take a few days and see if you guys can sort it out.
See
I'm
if I
down
can
with
take
1
out some
billion if you
many-
guys can come up with 200 million.
Very bad loads. That's
Hefty Lefty says, I'm in for $4 a month. There's a start.
okay. That's not nothing.
Now it's $1 billion and $4.
We're off
Going
to
to need
we're off to a
199
great
million.
start.
996,000 or something like that. Lost Toby says Tempe deal on paper was a bad deal for taxes on citizens. Keon loves Magic City.
Where?
What?
What is that? What?
Huh? Swazman says, hey,
What does that have to do
Jeffrey,
with anything?
Chicago Bears are dealing with the same problem as the former Phoenix Coyotes Arlington Heights. Sorry, you forgot punctuation. The Bears are dealing with the same problem as the Coyotes. He says Arlington Heights racetrack is owned by the Bears right now, but there's so much politics locally and in Chicago that eventually nothing passes and nothing gets done. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know
there's-
what they need to get done. That's the thing. How much do you, I mean, right now, zoning is what Morello says was the hitch, because every time he tried to turn somewhere, a site was not zoned for an arena, and that would require a public process. And then you got to change the zoning, and then you need a referendum maybe. And then, well, we saw what happened in Tempe. So is that what you're talking about? They're running in that same sort of issue there?
Because it was a dump before that. Literally, the land that they were trying
Still
to
is.
use. It's a landfill.
Monkey Puncher says, ask my future husband, Dylan Cohen. He could come up with the 200 million.
I
Oh
am-
boy.
I just,
Oh boy.
You,
Yeah,
you
but-
are really.
I think that's I don't
Wow.
think that's intended for
for
stadium
st-
purchases. I think that's more
Hmm.
intended for if you
Yeah.
let's say
Heavy
you need a
equipment.
new Zamboni or something.
Yeah, it's
Then you call Dylan Cohen.
Yeah.
Lost Toby says zoning don't mean anything if you got money or if people like you.
Yeah, or both. He has money, but people genuinely don't like him, and I've seen it happen in a number of other big cities where if they don't like you over there, the politicians, like you're not getting anything.
Cheesehead Bill says, all right, Keons, what's the next bumper bet? Same rules. Well, it sounds like Cheesehead Bill just wants to give you a bumper.
Yeah, I mean, it's just either that or just have me owe him many beers, which is not, the
Well,
worst
you're
thing.
down one beer to him,
I'm
aren't you?
down one beer, and I don't mind it.
Still,
next remote, I'll
even if you lose
I'll pay
10
up.
bets before you get the bumper,
that's still good.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
Big
But I don't know.
George.
We'll figure out next championship or big game thing.
Yeah. Let's take it as it comes. Big George says, Randy, why don't you just come clean? You have a fake Twitter account. You slip a lot and mention how you saw something on Twitter or this or that.
I really don't.
He says,
Yeah.
just follow me, man. I miss you on the X.
It's very easy to go to
No.
CBS Sports or Yahoo
Yeah.
Sports, and they'll put the
They'll put a
tweets
Twitter
in the story.
Yeah. Mhm.
So you
They
can
embed
not
the
be
twi-
on
Twitter in
Twitter
there.
and still see stuff from Twitter.
Sorry, Big George. You have my number. You can text me anytime you want. Big
Hefty
George.
Lefty says, Dylan Cohen will get the capital for the heavy equipment needed to build the arena.
That's true.
That's what you call him for.
Tiger Paws says, heard from somebody that the Bears deal for Arlington Heights is pretty much dead, but more because Chicago is trying to renegotiate everything to keep the Bears right there at Soldier Field.
They
there's-
don't want the Bears going to Arlington Heights at all.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can understand that.
Yeah.
Nice to be fought over instead of just fought.
Yeah. Well,
Alex Morello.
yeah.
Lost Toby says he has money, but he won't spend it. He wanted to tax Tempe residents to build it. Well, that wasn't necessarily completely true of the entire deal, Lost Toby. I remember
Just
we talked about all that.
As we were reading through the stuff and all the stories about it,
Mhm.
it actually seemed like the Coyotes did not want that.
Yeah.
That they did want some taxpayer money, but it was nothing, quite frankly, compared to what most owners ask for.
Yeah.
But that being said, they didn't put the message out there. If that was something that was true about the way they wanted this thing built, then they should have let people know, hey, we aren't going to tax you the way you think you're going to be taxed. But they didn't do that.
Tiger Paws says Morello is balked at every site that won't give him the entertainment district tax he wants. and the shopping and apartments that he wants, and he was hoping to glean most of his revenue from. That's why he's not been able to do anything with the reservation land either. He could only do arena there, but none of the other stuff. Dude, I just think I'd be happy to have the arena right now, considering everything that's been gone through.
See, but that's what
shows the
Keon's
true
been
colors.
trying. That's what Keon's been trying to say. He's not
Mhm.
worried about winning the Stanley Cup or having a hockey team. He's worried about making more money, and he's going to use this as a leverage point to build some sort of living community and entertainment district.
Yeah, he's a real estate guy at heart. He's not. I mean, like there are plenty of guys who own teams and they're business people first, and then their team owners second. But it seemed like Coyotes weren't even second on his agenda. They were 6th or 7th, if that. Like he just had a bunch of other things he would rather do financially than make the Coyotes better or even competitive.
Bye, Morello. Bye. Now we'll just sit here with no hockey for a while. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah,
Jackass.
just a complete waste of everybody's time.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harman Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harman Solar Podcast at harmansolar.com.
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give My Lowe's Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score. Shop the day after an assist to earn those extra points. Not a My Lowe's Rewards member? Join for free today. Visit Lowe's.com/Messi for more details.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool has been put away. Now is the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
The Arizona primary election is coming up on July 30th, 2024. Are you voting by mail? Here are some reminders. Mail your ballot back 7 to 10 days before Election Day. Otherwise, return your early ballot to any secure election drop box or voting location by 7 p.m. on Election Day. Sign up today to receive email or text updates on your ballot status. Learn more at arizona.vote. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Secretary of State's office.
Hi, I'm Ralph Romano.
And I'm Neil Lynch.
And we're the Weekend Warriors.
Ralph, I think we should change the name of our show.
To what?
Let's call it 30-Year Sports Talk Interview Fun Time.
What kind of name is that?
Well, we've been friends for over 30 years.
Yeah.
We talk about sports.
Sure.
We interview personalities from the Arizona sports scene.
Okay.
And we have fun.
Dude, are you done?
For now, yes.
Look, Neil, all this is true, but let's just stick to our regular name.
Okay, Ralph, but I think my name is better.
Anyways, it's the Weekend Warriors every Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Hefty Lefty says, I just drove by that land parcel in question for the Coyotes Arena. Judging by the construction across the street from there, I would bet it will turn into more luxury apartments at this point. You might be right. Yeah.
More
considering.
luxury apartments in Tempe. I can't imagine why they would need more of those.
Lost Toby says he read most of that Tempe deal, and he said he was going to get it paid, but wanted the city to pay back in taxes for 10 years. Lost Toby, let me just ask you, here's the thing. If a guy comes in and says, okay, here's the deal. I want you to create a tax that will pay for my stadium. That sucks. But if he says, hey, I tell you what, let me come in here for 10 years, give me a break on the taxes, and after that, well, then I'll pay taxes. To me, I feel like that's not a bad deal.
The tax break isn't anywhere near as bad as actually getting taxed.
He says, would it cost the city $700 million in tax revenue? Well, how much is it costing you now that you didn't get it? Way more. You missed out on tons more tax revenue. And here's the thing, maybe don't give them the whole thing. Maybe say, okay, we're not giving you the entire break. We'll give you a break, maybe not that break. But, I feel like it's a better deal than what a lot of other places do. And you're sitting there going, well, we would have lost $700 million in tax revenue. Now you've lost all the revenue. You've lost all the jobs. You've lost everything they could have done. I hate a new tax to pay for a stadium. I don't mind giving them some tax breaks if it'll help them actually do it there. Then it makes sense. A tax break helps these things make sense, and way more than just creating a new tax for it.
You didn't lose $700 million in revenue. You weren't going to tax the guy because he's not there. You're still not taxing him, not making the money now. So what did you gain from that?
There wasn't enough education.
Yeah, like they just didn't explain what they were asking for well enough. And what that led to was people who did know what the Coyotes wanted, but didn't want an arena in Tempe, were able to use that how they wanted to.
Now, Lost Toby's a smart guy. He is a lawyer. And, if you don't let people know things, they don't know things. George says, I feel like there's still our other lawyer. I feel like there's still a lot of misinformation out there about the Coyotes Tempe deal, and it's been a year.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that you go on the offensive. Like whenever you are when you're saying I want to do something new in a city, and it's going to be a lot of money, and it's going to be a lot of time to do, and it's going to take people are going to have to drive different places, the traffic and all of that because the construction's happening. When you do stuff like that, no matter how fair or reasonable the deal that you think it is, you still have to explain it to people because there are going to be people who oppose that. And the Coyotes, I guess, just assumed that everybody was just going to be on board and clapping and singing Kumbaya, and everybody's going to be happy to see the stadium there, instead of going on the offensive and saying, this is what we want. This is what we plan to do. We don't want to take this from you.
They blew it.
We do want to give this to you. And they didn't do that. And that's Alex Morello's fault as much as anybody in the whole process.
Lost Toby says, and they were paying $290 million to build and $200 million in renovation. Well, what renovation are you going to have on a stadium that doesn't exist? But I don't dig the city having to pay any of it. I agree with that. But this was a better deal than you have seen a lot of other places get. I mean, we're hearing about stuff that's happening across the country for football stuff, and it's just astounding. When people don't have and want, they'll do it. And so now we've just lost the Coyotes. I mean, listen, it's not Tempe's fault. It's not on you. But that was a pretty decent deal that got turned down.
And it just seems like, from watching and listening to people and how they talked about it, that they just didn't know. Like, I can't even blame people for that. You can try, but if they didn't know, they were operating on the information that they had, and the Coyotes needed to make sure that the information was correct.
So now we have an interesting offer. We have an interesting offer from Cheesehead Bill.
Okay.
He says, how about instead of a bet, you order some candy from our website, then you plug our business website and our Instagram, whenever you can, and I'll buy you that bumper.
Sure.
Well,
I
okay.
mean,
There's a couple things about this.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm agreeing to necessarily. I'm still unclear on the whole thing.
First thing,
Me and my non-bumper have been getting along all summer.
yeah. First things
I wasn't
first.
desperate for it.
So the first thing we have to do is get permission from Radio Ron, because I'm sure he'll say it's cool,
But you'd like to.
Yeah, it's to be respectful.
It's his business that we'd be plugging anything on. So you got to talk to him about it.
I'm sure he's going to be cool with the idea. The other thing is, I'm going to send Keon your website, and so he can check it out and all that stuff. But I don't think that it's any kind of violation of anything if I say it's called KillerSuitesAZ.com. AZ.com. That's where it is. And so, but for Keon to become a passing spokesperson for KillerSuitesAZ.com, we're going to need to get Radio Ron's permission on that. And then you probably should try his candy.
Well, yeah, I don't want to lie about it.
I've never known anybody who had a candy shop. This is cool.
Yeah. Freeze-dried candy creations.
Oh.
No, they do look tasty. I'm not gonna.
Is this only a website, right? There's no brick and mortar on this?
I think we've lost Keon and Jeffrey here.
Yep.
Fourth dimension.
Candy.
Hey, it's candy. What do you want?
Where's your priorities, Randy?
There's a candy here called the goat. I like that.
The goat rope.
That looks delicious.
Clown burritos? What the hell is this?
What? And plus, it's local, which I like.
I'm very interested in this. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Keon, you've got the website now, KillerSuitesAZ.com, and then have a conversation with Radio Ron. Let him know what this is all about. I'm sure he'll say it's cool.
Yeah.
Vermont Dog says, I just checked out that Killer Sweats Arizona website, and it's a porn site, yo.
Sweets.
Yeah, it's
sweets. Whatever you found, you keep that between you and your internet service provider. We're talking about candy.
Yeah, I feel like you purposely were looking for that.
Yeah. It seems like you knew where that was beforehand. And look, I'm not here to judge. I don't kick it. I'm just saying that's not what we're talking about. We're not there.
Swazman says, sometimes in stadium politics, even the architects are jealous that the other person got the job. It's just a whole mess of politics to get anything done through municipal government. I mean, a local, Quiet Cannon says, the public is never going to get all the information. Politicians withhold information because they don't want negative public sentiment. They could get voted out,
But the Coyotes were the ones that were trying to do something that they needed a positive vote for. This isn't about the politicians. I don't expect the politicians to tell you the truth, but the Coyotes should have at least put the word out there that this is the reality of their proposal. And they didn't do that.
Better PR.
The whole thing comes down to this. The bottom line is Mr. Morello and his organization should have fixed things with Glendale, and they should have shored up that relationship. And they should have negotiated for a new arena after they had fixed the problem in the city of Glendale. But now you have nowhere to go. You're an NHL team, seriously, in a 5,000 seat auditorium, basically.
They
a
were
small little auditorium where Pee Wee hockey doesn't even play. Are you kidding me?
You know what the deal is? You know what the deal is here? This is going to explain everything. This is like a bassist who turns to his girlfriend and says, "That's it. I'm out of here." And then walks out the door and goes, "Oh, crap. I have nowhere to live." Oh, Jesus. That's it.
I mean,
that's what the Coyotes just did.
You bite off your, you bite off your nose to spite your face because you did not fix the relationships with City of Glendale. Something was amiss there between your organization and the City of Glendale. That should have been repaired first. At least you had a place to play then.
And it's not up to the city of Tempe to help you with that vote.
No.
And of course, they might have been inclined not to, seeing the way that you treated Glendale. Like, were you trying to leave a trail of bad relationships all around the valley? Like, what was your plan here? Like, I just genuinely for a guy that has that much money, I genuinely don't know what was running through his mind as an actual plan. Like, even holding on to the Coyotes at the end, it's like, were you unclear that you needed $1 billion to do anything moving forward? Because that should have been obvious from the word go. The moment you sold the team, you needed to realize that $1 billion is for you to get it back if you ever wanted to do that. Seemed like that caught him off guard too.
Morello blew it from day one. And remember when he showed up, we're like, oh, this is interesting. Maybe this guy will be good for the team. Maybe we'll see some changes. And he brought in a really good GM. And we're like, oh, this is good. And then after that, nothing right was done.
All downhill from there. Good Lord.
Toby says, well, either way, what ended up happening was he assumed the city would vote yes, never spent any money on campaigning that. That's what we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The unions were against it and had great ground game to turn out the vote against. Why were the unions against it? Renovations on the land couldn't support the weight.
I mean, if any of his other business practices are a note or a hint, I mean, you don't have to guess too hard, I guess, to figure out why unions might have been against it. But yeah, like you have to do PR on these things. I think he assumed the vote was going to be yes, but why would you assume that? Like, haven't you worked in business long enough and in real estate long enough to know these things? Like, I'm trying to say politely, is Alex Morello dumb? Like, nothing he did made a lick of sense from the moment he got here.
Where did he come from? Where was he doing business before this? And I know the answer, but I want you to go down this road because the answer is going to explain the whole thing. Where was Alex Morello doing business before? Where did he make his money? What state?
I think it was California, wasn't it?
Exactly. State of confusion, a state where you can, get away with dumb crap and there's corruption and there's all sorts of stupidity involved. So he wasn't ready for the way things are done here because things are done here in a bit more of a common sense way. In California, it's just craziness. The whole thing is just craziness. So Cheesehead Bill says, due to trademark, use the actual candy names. No brick and mortar, but sometimes we do farmers markets. What do you mean you can't use the candy names? I don't understand. I don't understand what that means. Quiet Cannon says, Keon, you have no idea of what particular politicians have as their agenda. They have lobby groups that they got to enter to,
I'm not talking about the politicians, though. Like, I'm talking about the Coyotes PR. They needed to put the word out what they wanted to do. That is what the vote was for. I don't know what the politicians were up to or all of that, but because I know that they have lobbyists, or actually the lobbyists have politicians, but that's a different conversation for another day. The point is the Coyotes were responsible for the vote that was for the thing they wanted. That's all I'm trying to say.
Swazman says, Jeffrey, that reminds me of the old joke. What do you call a snowboarder without a girlfriend? Homeless. Weso Grande says, I heard some voters resented voting a second time on that Tempe lot, but they'd already voted and the use was already settled. Can all-knowing Keon check on that, please? Are you the Oracle?
Oracle of Delphi? I don't know about that part. I was living in Tempe at the time, and I can just tell you the word that was out there was more in favor of the Coyotes not being there than being there. And it was because of all of the messaging. You could see the signs driving down the road everywhere you turned, vote no on the proposition. And they gave a bunch of reasons. And then when you read up on it yourself, you realize it's not exactly true.
Mm-hmm.
The Coyotes weren't asking for everything that the groups that were out there saying that they were trying to ask for taxpayer money. They weren't asking for all that those groups claimed that they were, but the Coyotes never got to set the record straight.
And then later, Keon moved to Mesa because he intended to become Mormon, but that did not work out.
It's just more affordable in Mesa.
Just didn't work out.
That's sure. I was already in the sister religion of Mormonism. I would not be going back to that. That's fine. It's good. Okay.
Didn't know they had a sister.
They
Big George says a lot of Alex Morello's assets are in Nevada and California. He's building a hockey arena in Reno, Nevada, by his casino with plans to relocate the Tucson Roadrunners to Reno in 2027. You son of a bitch. Are you serious? Is that why?
He might be the worst person that's
He's
ever owned a
killing
sports
me
team
here.
in this town, which is incredible.
We could
Robert
have got
Sarver
the
owned a
Phoenix
team
Roadrunners
here.
back, but now he's what a piece of garbage. Hefty Lefty says, "Don't worry, Valley hockey fans. Just a quick trip up the I-17 in the beautiful town of Flagstaff. The NAU Ice Jacks." That name makes me giggle. Have two teams that play hard and love the game of hockey. They'll scratch the itch for hockey in Arizona. Go Ice Jacks. Dude, there's no way I'm driving up to Flagstaff just to watch a hockey game.
Oh, you can
The
go
Sun
to
Devils
that,
are pretty good.
Yeah, the Sun Devils are pretty damn good.
If you were watching the Coyotes, are already used to going to Mullet Arena. Just keep going there.
Chief Skull says Snake Morello thought he'd get by without paying very much. He was big on business that stunk and stripping him down. He just basically did the same thing here, made $1 billion, and now we got nothing to show for it. I don't want to talk about this anymore, to be honest. This is making me sad. So when we come back, we're not talking about this anymore. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to gawon'twait.com.
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give My Lowe's Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score. Shop the day after an assist to earn those extra points. Not a My Lowe's Rewards member? Join for free today. Visit Lowe's.com/Messi for more details.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Before you fly, take a trip to your local MVD office or authorized third-party provider with your required documents and get the new AZ Travel ID with the Gold Star for your new driver's license or ID. Starting May 2025, this new AZ Travel ID gets you through TSA security checkpoints. It's quick and easy. Think of it as your license to fly. Learn how to get your new ID at aztravelid.com. Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Steve Jurich here. After working in financial services for over 20 years, I finally confirmed what investors really want, including me. And it's simple. All they're asking for is 20% annual return with no risk and 100% liquidity. Here's the problem. A money market is safe and liquid, but offers almost zero yield. Mutual funds and ETFs are liquid with upside potential, but aren't safe. A carefully selected next-generation index annuity through IQ Wealth may offer 10% ample liquidity, principal protection, and a lifetime income yield potentially double to triple that of quality bonds. By yielding more income using fewer dollars, our system allocates more money for you for capital growth. It's a winning combination.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the claims paying ability of the insurer, so compare with Steve. 480-902-3333. Call Steve now.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So Cheesehead Bill is telling me what they do over there at KillerSweetsAZ.com. He says, we freeze dry regular candy and it turns into the candy we have right there. I'm not going to read off the names. I don't want to get him in trouble. But he says, they start off as one thing. They freeze dry them and they turn into something else. He says there's 200 other kinds of candy that we freeze dry or mix together and freeze dry. So what is, I wonder what that does to the flavor, the freeze drying. Does it, it
makes it really cold.
Yeah. Hey, Keon, you better talk to Radio Ron about this quick so I don't get in trouble for talking about this.
Will do.
I'm just saying. Baker's Cocky Hen says, who's winning the the WNBA Commissioner's Cup tonight? Minnesota or New York?
Minnesota.
Big hang time if you ask Adam Silver.
Kansas City.
Well, there's no team in
What the hell
Kansas
is he
City.
talking about? What is he talking about?
The Commissioner's Cup is tonight in the.
What the hell is the Commissioner's Cup?
It's like an in-season tournament.
It's the one that the WNBA has because Adam Silver made that decision for both leagues.
But he can't. He's not the commissioner of the WNBA.
Well, they agreed. The WNBA commissioner agreed. That's usually how that worked out. And so they have an in-season tournament also, and it's the Liberty versus the Minnesota Lynx. I'm gonna go Lynx. Lynx on that.
Mm-hmm. Just in-season tournament thing I don't want to talk about.
Look, to me, it's just a game. It's just another game, and I like watching the games. I don't really care about what the result of the thing is as far as who wins the in-season tournament. That means zero to me. But it's a basketball game, and I like it. So.
Well, I told you guys I was at a Mexican restaurant and they had the Sky Fever game up. And yes, once again, they have drawn the largest WNBA regular season audience in 23 years. This time they had 2.302 million viewers watching on the ESPN. And so that was more than the previous one of 2.25 million when they had it on CBS. So, pretty big numbers, and I figured it would be. And I'll tell you, WNBA is changing. I mean, when's the last time you walked into any restaurant, looked over, and they had a WNBA game on?
Literally never.
I get it. This is a big one because it's Sky Fever. It's Reese versus Clark.
But there was no big one a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been watching this league for like 15 years. Longer if you include me being a kid watching it, but like 15 years of just, you go to a place and you go, do you have it? Could you maybe put it on? It's on the smallest TV. They put you in the furthest corner. For anybody to just walk into a restaurant and it's just on it's incredible. And I think a testament to how far they've come.
888-368-1580.
And that rivalry is great. it might be my favorite individual rivalry, like between two single players, just in sports right now, because I don't think it's fake. Like they just do not like each other.
Radio Ron just texted me on my phone and says he's left the building. Don't try to find him.
Well, okay then. I suppose that's
Well, it is approaching that bewitching hour of 5 p.m.
I'm just saying, if there's still a light in his office and you smell alcohol, he's not in there.
No,
he's just not in there.
It's just with Radio Ron. For some people, they say it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
He likes when it's 5 o'clock here, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of things, we got to give these tickets away.
We got tickets to give away today, Jeff Gum.
That's true.
All right, so here is the deal. It's a Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. I like Keon's taking his headphones off like I'm going to do it on the phone. I was actually thinking about doing this on the text line.
Oh,
okay. Just force a habit.
All right.
You say giveaway. Get
the minute you don't take the headphones off, I'm going to say it's a phone call.
Well, yeah, of course. That's might as well just get in the habit of doing that then.
But then you knew that, didn't you?
Then I'm ready either way.
You should do what I do. Just kind of like this.
Yeah.
Ready either way. So what we're giving away is tickets for the Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. They got live entertainment and all kinds of fun for the entire family. Thursday, July 4th, it'll be the largest fireworks display in Scottsdale history, starting at 9 p.m. But leading up to that, there's all sorts of fun stuff you can do. They got mutton busting contest for the kids, which is like a sheep rodeo with the kids. And then there's cold beers and cheeseburgers, summer sliders eating contest. So you get to see a contest where people try to eat as fast as they can. That's always fun. And then they got games. There's just all sorts of fun stuff and great food, all sorts of great food to buy. So this is for the indoor access. Okay. And so you get to go in there and enjoy the air conditioning and hang out. And when the fireworks time comes, you step outside and enjoy the largest fireworks show in all of Arizona. If you want to know more about this, it's ScottsdaleFourth.com. You can see all the stuff that I probably haven't mentioned yet that's in there. But right now, I guess what we're going to do is a random number generator drawing. So you just text in and say, I want them tickets. That's it. That's all you have to do. Text in and say, I want them tickets. And then at the top of the hour, I'll do a random number generator drawing, and then I count down the texts and say, okay, well, there you are. And that's how you try to win them. Does that make sense to everybody?
I think so. It's clear as mud, Jeffco.
I said a lot of words.
Yes.
And I'm out of breath.
Uh-huh.
And I'm starting to get tons of texts where it says, I want them tickets.
Uh-huh.
There is no keyword, Hefty Lefty. Snickle Fritz would never have been a keyword if you thought this was a word of the day thing.
No, I don't think so. No.
What
Big
about
George?
Wow.
Big George says, Keon, how them Phoenix Mercury doing? Do they have a shot at the playoffs?
They do have a shot at the playoffs. They've been really good lately. They started off a little slow. Part of that was not having Brittany Griner, but Brittany Griner's been back. And the Mercury have been really damn good. So they're above 500. They're fighting to stay above 500, and I think they will make the playoffs.
By the way, these tickets are not available to people in Canada. Just you have to live here to get the tickets because I'm not flying you in, Pierre. And now I know how to say I want tickets in French. Okay.
I want the tickets, Pierre.
So who did I name this person?
It's July 4th here.
No, there's a person on the text line whose name is So.
Yeah, I don't remember when that person got added. So,
I mean, it's S with a million zeros.
Is that a Ralph doing? Because I've never. That's funny enough. I would remember that one.
That is one of the greatest texter names of all time, right there.
So
yeah.
First text I see here is from April 26th, and nothing about a texter nickname. And it was during this radio show. I wonder if they even know who they are. Did somebody go in there and change their name? I don't remember naming anybody. So
we have knocked down so many names for being way too long. So with all the zeros and O's is probably
in
that group.
I gotta type in a message real fast. Who the hell is this?
Who this?
New nickname. Who this? Yeah.
New phone. Who this?
If they type back, so then I'm like, all right,
you'll know. Okay, yeah, then I guess that's you.
That's good.
Just not a whole lot we could do about that one.
That is verified right there. Hey, speaking of Pierre, you Frenchy French bastard, people are threatening a poo-poo protest in Paris. You know, the Seine River.
Pardon me?
It's got a lot of poo in it, right? In fact, they spent $1.5 billion trying to get the poo out of the Seine River. And because people got to swim in that, I guess, for the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The triathlon or something.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah.
So then they had some politicians are like, hey, I'll show you. The river's fine. I'm going to swim in it myself. They're like, maybe after the election, because I kind of like to live till the election. So they two different politicians said they were going to do it, and then both of them chickened out. The president and some other guy. And so now all the people are protesting, saying, how can you spend $1.5 billion and not spend it on the stuff that matters? And so they're like, we are going to poo-poo in the river. That's the thing. That's the protest. They're all going to just hang their asses off one of the little curvy bridges they have and right in the river. That's how they're going to protest. Why did we ever give these people the Olympics?
It will be effective, but
all right. Hour 3 is up next. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
ABC Tonight. It's the music event of summer.
What's up, CMA?
Superstar performances by Lainey Wilson, Luke Bryan, Kelsey Ballerini, Keith Urban, Thomas Rhett, Shabuzi, Cody Johnson. Plus, epic collaborations including Keith Urban with Lainey Wilson, Big and Rich with Hardy, and Post Malone featuring Blake Shelton. Jelly Roll and Ashley McBride host CMA Fest tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC, and stream next day on Hulu.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When life gets overwhelming, but you just don't feel like talking, help is only a text away. Trained and caring crisis specialists are available by text 24/7 to assist with suicidal thoughts, substance use issues, depression, anxiety, and more. You are never alone. When you need help, please text HOPE to 4HOPE. From anywhere in Arizona, text the word HOPE to 44673. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time
for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Okay, 2 things. We have a winner, and I have solved the mystery of the texture. All right, first things first. Beer Bob says, I don't know, April 26th was a Friday, so you guys know what happens on Fridays. Anything goes. I can see that nickname being allowed, but that is not what happened. Yeah. I'm going to get to that. First, I want to let you know that I went ahead and hit the random number generator. It gave me the number 3, and the third text in came from Screaming Eagle, so he's got his pair to go to the Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. But don't worry, in this hour, we have 2 more chances. 2 more chances to win. Probably going to do those on the phone, though.
Now, is that the next two? Is that the plush all you can eat barbecue?
No.
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 Is the other one you know, you get in and you get some sort of like door prize?
I don't know about a door prize. All I know is you go in, you have indoor access. These are $25 a piece tickets. You're getting $50 worth of tickets here, right? And well, I'll tell you more about it. I'll tell you more about it here again in a little bit. But Screaming Eagles got the first pair. I got 2 more pairs to give away in this hour. Going to get it done today. So now over to the texter. I've never seen it before. You guys didn't name anybody
No.
right?
No, I don't believe we did.
No. And on the 26th, I definitely don't think so.
Well, here's why. Because there isn't a texter nicknamed stupid Google Translate. You know what it changed?
No.
Muahaha. Oh. We have a texter named Muahaha. And for some reason, Google Translate says, it's almost like
what language does it think that it actually is?
I think it's the Google Translate's way of saying, so we really don't know what this is. That's it.
It's got to be that. Yep.
Funniest damn thing. So now every time that Google Translate is activated, I got to remember that so is Muahaha. It was already one of the weirder names we've got. Muahaha says.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it's classic.
Hamilton Porter says petition to throw Haktua in the ring. That's already sort of played out. like it was a big deal for a minute, and then now it's like everybody's done. That was the quickest viral thing I've ever seen. It go from the peak of in everything to gone.
By the time I figured out what it was dead.
Right. It's
I missed the whole thing.
Dead duck right there, Hamilton Porter. Slow Mo Zoe says, hang on to your butts. The latest throwback beer is so old that its ingredient was around before humans. Dude, why did you copy and paste some story into your text? This is a giant 4 or 5 paragraph text, which means you copied it out of a magazine.
Trying to give us some more information here on the blender. Try to, be a better person and contribute to the show.
Don't copy paste. Just tell me stuff. Just tell me stuff in your own words. But here's the basics of it. There's this beer, a 45 million year old leaf frozen in time within a piece of amber. Let's see here. Is the source of the beer's yeast, which is extracted by a molecular biologist, and now they made it into beer. He keeps typing in more stuff, so the screen keeps moving. Stop it. But they're trying to make some money so that they can get some more Jurassic yeast, I guess.
Okay.
You got anything new? I mean, that's the thing. I don't know if I want 45 million year old yeast in the beer. Just, you feel like then all of a sudden I'm going to be getting chased by a T-Rex. They said they made the beer
infection. Yeah.
And they said it wasn't very good. They said the first batches were not very good because the yeast is so damn old. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Maybe don't. Just as Jeff Goldblum says, just because you can, it doesn't mean you should.
And I agree. Wise words.
Oily Stool says these Montreal hockey fans are making me upset. Might have to pop my tarp and have a Donnybrook with the old Pierre there. I support that. I think you should.
Pop his tarp?
You just take your shirt off.
Oh.
Donnybrook is having to do, a brawl.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Good old brawl.
I'm aware of
that
what
part.
Donnybrook
I
is.
got
Yeah.
the tarp is the one that was thrown.
Having been in many myself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just had never heard the pop the tarp business.
Gotta pop your tarp.
Huh?
Don't want to get anything on it. Don't want to get it torn.
I'm so big, it's not a tarp, it's a tent. So I'd have to
So
show them your muscles.
You got to pop the tent.
Yeah.
What if I don't take my shirt off? Is that sort of somehow going to, intimidate my opponent?
No, dude, no. You
Like,
probably
don't
won't even
take my
slow
shirt off?
anything down. No, you
Yeah.
don't have to pop
The
your top.
guy's, he's taking off all of his stuff and he's
Yeah.
popping his tarp, so to speak. And I'm just standing there. And then as he turns around to get ready, I break his nose with one shot, and then the fight's over.
Yeah.
Well,
I have
that's-
I don't have
that's
to
dirty
I don't have
pool.
to put stuff on. You see what I'm
That's-
saying?
When a guy is popping his tarp, and if you punch him in the face as he's pulling his shirt off, that's
Oh
dirty
no,
pool.
no, no, no.
You can't
After
do
that, when he turns around, look, if somebody's going to fight me, I'm taking the first shot.
Fair.
If there's no way out of it, I will land the first punch.
In Canada, pop your tarp means take off your shirt. Here in America, pop a tent means something else
entirely. Just a.
Mm.
Didn't think about that.
Quiet
not think
Cannon
about
says that Google Translator is a real lollapalooza. Vermont Dog says, okay. See, referencing it in passing is one thing. Using it in a biblical sense, Vermont Dogs, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. Swazman says, Jeffrey, I still have a Schlitz non-alcoholic beer, and I could feel the liquid still in the can from 1991. Got to Saudi Arabia when I was in the Marines during Desert Storm. I'm
Oh.
afraid to open it. Don't open it.
Don't.
Why would you
It's
walk
gonna
around with a
be-
non-alcoholic beer?
Because
when they open the Ark of the Covenant at the end of Indiana Jones,
Yeah,
that's what's
yeah.
going to happen to you.
And
Don't open that.
Don't look at the can, Swazman.
Face is going to melt off.
So before we move on to sports type things,
yes,
man of the day. I have got a 34-year-old man in California by the name of Lucas McClish. I said McClish, moist one. Set out for a 3-hour hike on June 11th. A 3-hour hike. Somehow got himself lost in the forest of the Santa Cruz Mountains there.
Of course he did. Yes.
How does anybody getting lost in the forest with GPS on your phone?
You have to be a colossal idiot. Like
I'm just
really
confused. So 10 days.
Or you have a dead phone. What?
10 days.
10 days.
He didn't have anything with him because he said he was just on his way to work. But thankfully, what do you mean? You walked through and hiked to work? What the? Okay, we'll come back around to that.
So he's lost.
Yeah, he's lost. But thankfully, he survived. And he did this by drinking water out of his hiking boots. He was found a few days ago. So that's why he's man of the day. That's pretty manly. Surviving out in the wilderness, taking your boots off, letting the rain gather, and then drinking the water out of your boot. That's nasty, but he survived. Authorities used drones to locate him in the thick forest. Witnesses reported hearing him off in the distance and help, help, just yelling. Multiple agencies were involved, including county's sheriff's office, California State Park Rangers, Department of Corrections. So they sent some prisoners out to look for him. Which,
Oh boy,
yeah,
that could have gone wrong in so many ways.
he's like, oh, what a pain in the ass. Anyway, so Lucas made it out, no injuries. He looked like he'd been out there for 10 years. He looked like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
You don't say.
I'm not even kidding. He spent his days desperately hiking up and down canyons, drinking water out of his boots, foraging wild berries, I guess trying to elude a mountain lion that was out there, and dreaming of burritos. He says, usually he's pretty comfortable hiking in the woods, but he got lost because he couldn't recognize certain landmarks that got wiped out by some brush fires that they'd had, I guess, not too long ago.
Oh,
your phone.
It's
okay.
That's what it's for.
You can be both man of the day and dumbass of the day. How in the hell are you lost with satellites in space?
Yeah.
Just
there it is.
GPS is all I'm saying.
He lost 30 pounds.
And by the way, to give you
just 10 days of literally starving.
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
do
you
that
can
to
lose
you.
a lot of weight if
Yeah.
you want to. And he didn't want to. He had no choice.
He was forced into it, but
By the way, if you want to know what water in a smelly boot tastes like, well, Randy, for you, it's just like open up a can of Coors Light.
Well,
It's
yeah.
just the same thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is
Very similar,
Mhm.
right there.
Mhm.
But so you got to give him man of the day for surviving. But I many questions There are many, many other questions about this.
They said if he missed Father's Day, and that's how they knew to put the alert out for him. So if he got lost in the middle of August, we might have never heard from him again.
How the hell do you get lost on the way to work? You're on your way to work.
Unclear. Why did you try to go on a 3-hour hike on your way to work?
Let me just show you what I do. Every time I go into the radio station, I turn on the maps and I hit my button because I save the location and work, and I hit start. Now, it's not that I don't know how to get there.
You just want to know how much time.
I like to know the time. I always like to try to beat the time.
They're going to tell you, you'll arrive at noon. Yeah. Oh, will I?
And I do beat the time. But beyond that, it's more about it let me know, hey, there's going to be some accidents on the way. There, if I need to go a different route, that kind of thing. So I like to have it as a handy thing because I don't like to get stuck in traffic. I just hate being in traffic. Everybody listening is like, oh, that's good for us, huh? Not good for you.
Well,
how else do you think I'm going to get a captive audience?
Yeah.
We
don't
poor
get ratings
souls out there stuck in
us.
traffic.
Yeah. We don't get ratings listening to ourselves.
I didn't tell you to take that soul-sucking job you're trying to get home from. But as long as you do, we're here for you.
Yeah.
It's
our job to get you home safely.
Angry Texan. I think that's what I want to call 5216. Angry Texan. I'm going to call you that. That could be your nickname if you want.
Angry Texan.
It's a cool Angry Texan says, I agree with you about Coors Light. The only respectable beers are Shiner Bock and Lone Star.
Okay, that is
I've had both of them.
The
I don't
most
find
Texas
them.
thing I've
I
ever
don't
heard.
find them anything out of this world. But
my Guinness can whoop your Shiner Bock and Lone Star's ass.
I do like the Shiner Bock on occasion.
Yeah. So every now and then some nice Shiner's good. Yeah.
But at least he's not angry at us about Amarillo.
No. Well, he wouldn't be angry at me. He would be angry at you two. Because
at us.
clearly
he misidentified you.
I did not make fun of his hometown of Amarillo, the quaint little community between here and there.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, Keon telling Randy to pop a tent. Moist one, where are you? He must have heard that through his moisty senses.
The bat signal is up there in the sky, and the criminals are running through the streets, and Batman has not responded. Moist one has had we've been putting the ball on a tee for this guy.
I'm worried about him. I'm
genuinely concerned. We need to do a wellness check on Moist one.
Show up it's going to rain outside your window, Keon. He's going to be there. He's like, I'm Moist one.
No, I can't think of anything scarier than that, to be honest.
I'm Moist One. Come to my housewarming party.
Because the idea that Moist One would know where I live is...
No, I mean it's the radio station.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where that is.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's why we don't go there anymore.
Too many people have it programmed in their map.
Exactly. Shiner is best with barbecue, says Royale with cheese.
Yeah, it's pretty good with barbecue. Sure. I was in visiting my son and his beautiful family, and he took me out to some barbecue. We had several plates full of barbecue and Shiner Box, and it was fun. It was good.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Royale with cheese in like 2 years.
Well,
he just wanted to weigh in for just specifically that.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
some people just listen. They don't.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't need to text it.
Yeah.
We're glad you're out there listening. Ooh, I'm surprised, actually.
There are a lot of people who, when we have giveaways and stuff, will call. And then when I ask, hey, what's your text or nickname so we can say who won the prize, they're like, oh, I don't have one. I've been listening. I just don't have the time to text.
See, I still believe Fed Fan is out there somewhere.
Probably.
Listening to something else.
Not us.
Yeah.
She's out there. I hope she's doing all right.
She's listening to us.
No, I don't think so. Scratch Me Because says, I just started listening to the show today, so I don't know if you covered it yet. How about that amazing goaltending by Florida goalie Sergei? That's not a real name. That's not the real name. I'm not saying that out loud. He tried to get me to say dirty things.
If someone else were hosting the show,
Nice try.
You might sneak it past them. You're not getting it past them.
Isn't it Barajkov or Barajbov or something like that?
That's not what he wrote.
Oh.
Nice try, Scratch Me, because I think it'd be funny if I could say that out loud. What was I going to do? Oh, right. Hey, did we give away anything? Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, 10 minutes before 5, and so you can now if you want.
No. Soon, we're going to do it 2 more times, and from here out, we're doing it on the phone.
All right.
Well, because a bunch of people already texted it in, and then now the texts have all moved around, and I wouldn't deal with it.
Right.
So that was it. One text version. We'll do 2 phone versions. But soon we're going to give you your cue to call in and win a pair of tickets for the Scottsdale 4th of July celebration.
Soon.
Yeah. Not now.
Not now.
Probably not till after we come back from the commercial break.
Shouldn't have said that.
Why?
That you don't tell them when you come back from the commercial break.
But the thing is, if they want the tickets,
Everybody's
they're going to have to sit there and wait.
Everybody's going to be dialing up the phone now.
Well, now these bastards have to listen to spots. What do you want?
Well, that's the thing.
I'm doing
they
right by
don't-
our
they don't know
sponsors here.
They don't know the number of the caller.
Somebody
So
told me, he's like, "You're a
they-
sellout." You're like, "Goddamn right I am."
Well,
I'm trying to make some money here.
this is what life is about. But no, if you don't know what number the caller is, it's useless for you to be calling before the break. Because if it's caller number, 5, you've already called.
It's so cute when he talks radio like that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you been in a station before, Keon, that have had you were playing music and you had to give away tickets or stuff?
I have.
You have?
You played music? You've done music radio?
Yeah, I mean, it was college, but
that's okay.
But I'm saying you
We
got
are
to
not
do
the
it.
same.
No,
I'm not
We are
saying
not the
I'm not saying it's the same. You asked me if I ever have. I didn't
Because
say
they would flood the lines, man.
Okay, like I'm not.
I worked at stations that have like those 10 lines like right there.
And then business lines are blinking too, just in
just
case.
everybody.
Seriously.
Everybody at the
The only one that's not blinking is the hotline. You don't want the hotline to blink ever.
I was pretty good. I didn't get hotlined by you know who.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Not until after he got fired. And then he
I did.
hotlined me and threatened to sue me.
Yeah, then well, of course.
after the fact.
I've been hotlined by every PD I ever worked with. Are you kidding me?
Well, this guy did a song. He recorded some song and I put it on the air and I mocked it. And it turned out he hadn't been listening. And he called up, he's like, "I swear to God, I'm gonna sue you." And I'm like, good luck with that. Click.
I had a friend in Knoxville who got fired for that.
Really?
His boss made a song. They got a hold
funny.
of the song, and it was on the morning sports show that they were doing. And they were like, "Guys, you're never gonna believe." And it was a song about the volunteers. It was really cringy.
Oof.
And they ran that song the whole morning and didn't have jobs by the time the afternoon rolled around. And they would do it again.
People over that.
They immediately got hired by the rival stations.
They started playing it some more. That's awesome. Good for them.
I was working at the it still exists, the local rock station here.
Mhm.
And we were having a Christmas party, and the evening guy, he didn't get to go to the Christmas party, so he had a party of his own, which is highly illegal to do, by the way. And all I know is I went into the Christmas party, and several hours later came out of the Christmas party, got in my car, and I was hearing all the way home from where we were at. I was hearing "Take Off to the Great White North" by Bob and Doug McKenzie, back to back to back, and he would break the mic after the song was, and there it is again for all you guys. Maybe some of you have grown tired of this song. Perhaps you haven't grown tired of it, so I'm going to go ahead and play it again. Bang, and he would fire it again, and here's "Take Off," and oh yeah, he did that until all of a sudden I'm almost home. I hear somebody different on the air, and he was no longer on the air.
He was no
longer on.
A legendary way to get fired.
That's
Look, if you
I'm
have
not
to
sure
go
he was
out.
going for that, but he just had enough of the callers calling in for Bob and Doug McKenzie's take.
Just he went out in a blaze of
Merry
glory.
Christmas to me and to you, filthy animals.
Now I'm worried we're giving Keon some ideas here.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
as he writes down some notes on this, we're going to take a break and we'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The Florida Panthers wrapped up their Stanley Cup championship run with a Game 7 victory on Monday night at Sunrise, beating the Edmonton Oilers 2-1. And for the Panthers, it's their first ever Stanley Cup championship. They're also the betting favorites to repeat as champions for 2025. The Panthers opening up at plus 900 to repeat as Cup champions, while the Carolina Hurricanes and the Colorado Avalanche are both plus 950. The Avalanche, the best bet out of the West. Dallas and Edmonton both plus 1,000, while the Vegas Golden Knights are plus 1,100 to be next year's Stanley Cup champions. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Do summer projects your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. With free delivery on over 2 million items, you can make the most of summer grilling and dig into gardening. Plus, get same-day delivery on thousands of products like power tools and storage to tackle any last-minute garage project. Summer your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select and stock items by 4 p.m. subject to availability.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey, Wender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and Glendale Mullet says, someone say barbecue? Oh, I could use some nice barbecue right now. Big George says, hey, Randy, did you used to work at KOI back in the day? I heard it got wild there at the KOI.
No, I didn't work at KOI. I was at a different station back in the day, but I've worked at probably most stations in the Valley at one time or another.
I have not.
I've only worked for one. It's this one. So,
I mean, okay, I've worked for a few, but I seem to have more longevity at my my gigs than Randy.
Boy, that's true.
Yeah,
that was back in the that was
5
back in
years.
The dark ages. Yeah.
Let's see, 5 years, another 5, and then 10. So I think 4 or 5 stations. I think I've done 4 or 5 stations in my career. Maybe 6. Randy's done all of them.
Mostly
AM,
out of
FM, ham
necessity.
radio. What do you got? I got them all.
You got a CB breaker. We're on the air.
They're dragging Randy off the mic at Safeway. Wait.
Just Radio Shack.
I'm
Radio
announcing.
Shack sucked, by the
No,
way.
that was terrible. Yeah.
It wasn't good, but it was the only electronic store that was around when I was in college. So that was where we went.
I went into a Radio Shack and needed some stuff, and I thought, well, I'll go to Radio Shack. I work for a radio station. I'll go to Radio Shack. They didn't have anything I needed. I'm like, how do you not have what I need? You're called Radio. It's in your name, Radio Shack. No wonder they closed down.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
a Tandy Corporation.
Oh, Tandy was just, you know what? Tandy, their whole thing was, we're going to put our label over somebody else's and say, here, we made this. I'm not kidding. When for Christmas, I got
realistic.
a Tandy. I got a realistic keyboard, little thing, you know. And I was bored. It was a piece of crap. So I was bored, and I peeled the label off. Underneath, I swear to God, Casio. They just glued their label on the top of the Casio.
Logo on top of the Casio logo.
I'm like, wow.
Realistic.
Wow.
Oh, no.
How about those Nova 4 headphones I used in radio for a while, huh?
Oof, I never touched those. I would never touch those. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think for like an hour I've been trying to talk about some Olympic stuff here.
Well, let's do it. Let's talk Olympics. Jeff Coe.
I don't want to. I feel like we could do better. I feel like we could do better.
All right.
The Lakers. This is the one that made me laugh. This one's going to make you laugh. When I'm just going to read the headline. Lakers prepared to offer LeBron James a 3-year, $160 million max contract, per report.
I mean,
they're going to give him a max contract?
Yes. That is the price for LeBron.
I guess that
Even
sells
now.
tickets and jerseys. Outside of that,
And he was the best player on the team.
oh, and you'll also get an in-season tournament.
Yeah, you might get an in-season tournament. Look, if you're moving on from LeBron, you're moving on from the idea that you're winning a championship anytime in the next 5 years. They have to give him offer him a max.
I give him credit. He's still good, right? He's still good, but he's not the LeBron of the past. And then eventually the wheels are going to come off that thing. And giving him the max and then not taking care of all your other problems, you're going to get this more of the same Lakers, more of the same Lakers, more of the same, because Pelinka doesn't know how to do his job.
Yeah, but I just don't know.
Throwing money at LeBron ain't getting you nothing.
It's not, but it's going to keep you right where you are. Which, if that's what you want, cool. But if you want to do better than that, it's going to take some time. And I just don't think that the Lakers have the patience. I don't think Pelinka has the patience. I don't think that fan base has the patience. I don't know if Jeannie Buss has the patience, but it's all up to her to kind of greenlight all of this stuff. The Lakers think they can win right now. I disagree, but that's the kind of thing you do. But also, like, LeBron was going to make the max wherever he went. Like, it's even if you get 1 or 2 more years of solid LeBron, that's still up there with one of the best players in the league. They're still going to pay that. They're still going to pay it.
Hamilton Porter says, yes, Rob Pelinka, forgotten member of the Fab Five team.
Just a poor man's Rob Lowe.
Yeah, he seems like more like a forgotten member of the Brat Pack, you know, like a stand-in, I guess. I just want to say this. Rob Pelinka, I hope you worked there a long time. All I have to say about that.
The way that Jeannie Buss chooses to move on from people, which is that she doesn't, he probably will.
So that's that makes me happy. Makes me happy. Enjoy those in-season tournaments. Yeah.
Probably makes him happy as well. So,
oh, sure.
Yeah.
He's got her hoodwinked. Listen, this is a good time. Caller 4 right now, 888-368-1580. We'll get a pair of tickets to Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. This is the indoor access tickets, and food's available to purchase with these, but these $25 a piece tickets will get you everything on the inside there. It's air conditioned, and there's games, and there's entertainment, all sorts of stuff inside. And then at 9 p.m., you slide yourself outside and take a look at the largest fireworks display in Arizona. So 888-368-1580. Swazman says the truth is bringing LeBron into LA was a double-edged sword, the whole time. Good for us and also a liability. He needs to start his own team with his son. Maybe they can do the Ice Cube 3-on-3 league and dominate. Caitlin Clark, LeBron James, and his son 3-on-3 in the Ice Cube league. Yeah, okay. I don't think LeBron wants to play with his kid. I just got the feeling he doesn't want to.
He said as much. His agent said as much.
Yeah.
The whole thing about he dispelled several rumors about LeBron coming to Phoenix.
I think that it wasn't a prerequisite.
Playing with Bronny, gone. Going to some other team, gone. LeBron James does not want to play. It's not a prerequisite, like you said, for him to play with Bronny on a team somewhere.
Oh, by the way, also gone. I was shocked to see this. I'm sure you already know, but this is your guy, your fave. Martin Truex Jr. is retiring.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I heard about that a few weeks ago.
Dude's only 43.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's, I guess, feeling like go out while you're still somewhat relevant and not try to continue on. And he's kind of a quiet dude anyway. And his longtime girlfriend passed away from cancer. I think about 2 years ago, Sherry Pollux. And I think he's just kind of done with the whole NASCAR life, kind of vagabond life it is. He's always on the road, always got to be doing something, always got events. He's more of a quiet dude, and I think he'll probably pick up somewhere as like some sort of an advisor or something. Or maybe he'll just get in his bass boat, and you won't see him for a long time. He's just going to go out and fish.
Well, the Joe Gibbs Racing has officially announced that Chase Briscoe is his replacement.
Wow. Yeah, because there's another a team, which I find it hard to believe, but I guess Newman Haas Racing, which Chase Briscoe is a part of right now, they're closing the doors after this season. They're shutting it down. Tony Stewart and Haas have decided they don't want to do any more NASCAR events. And it's unclear if Haas is going to continue with the F1 program that he has.
What I understand is that Tony Stewart wants to spend more time running over drivers with his kids. So I think that's important.
With his kids?
Family time. Yes. All right. Who's the winner there of the tickets there, Keon?
Yeah, it's Brandon. No texter nickname. He's just
Fat Brandon?
Not Fat Brandon. No.
Brandon Fott.
The pitcher? Just regular old Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Just Brandon.
So got the details. He was very excited.
Let's go, Brandon.
Genuinely. He genuinely couldn't believe he won.
Nice. Good for him.
Well, believe it, kid. Is he a kid or is it just should not call him kid?
He sounded like a grown man.
So
look, I wouldn't say kid. Yeah.
Sir.
Way to go, sir.
Sir, you got tickets, sir. All right, that leaves us now with one pair left, and we will give it away before the end of the show. Because I'm going to give it away. Not now. Hamilton Porter says, not a full Coyote, but congrats to Jeremy Roenick for making the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Oh, I didn't see that. Congratulations to, JR. How about that?
Good for
him. Very
cool. Baker's Cocky Hen says, LeBron wants to play with talented players. So Bronny doesn't qualify. The Angry Texan says, Martin Truex Jr. is a fine American. One of my favorite NASCAR drivers. Got to meet him once in Martinsville.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
I knew somewhere deep inside that the Angry Texan would have something to say about NASCAR.
I can't imagine why, though.
By the way, you're just getting that name. I'm putting it in right now. I think it's perfect. And unless you protest, you are now the Angry Texan. And how long have you been listening before you got pissed off enough at us making fun of Texas?
Specifically Amarillo.
Yeah.
I think that was the line. You can make fun of Texas all you want to, but
I don't understand
you
why
stay
you guys
away
hate
from Amarillo
so much. I mean,
Vermont Dog says, yo, I tried calling for the tickets, but I didn't get in. What's up?
It's part of the issue. It's part of the it's part of the,
it's called a contest for a reason. You have to try, and not everyone will win.
It's the drama of the hunt. You've got to be ready to go. We have one more pair of tickets to give away. Stand by, Vermont Dogs.
Yeah, you got to get all over that hunt. Swazman says, Caitlin Clark. Oh, I reread that. Sorry. It just repopulated as a new text. So what do we do? Oh, yeah, we talked about Joe Gibbs. Now we're going to talk about something that's worse. This is just one of those things where since I saw it, you guys have to hear it. There's no redeeming quality to what I'm about to tell you. But because I had to see it, you have to hear it.
All right.
Headline: Guy Fieri gives touching speech at Sun Hunters pickleball themed engagement party. Says the world is yours. What the is a pickleball themed engagement party? What the what? You think Gordon Ramsay would have put up with that crap?
We better just back away.
Yeah.
We just better back away.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh
yeah. That's
pickleball.
I keep trying to tell you, buddy, it's becoming a thing.
It's not a sport. I don't care. It's a
What?
thing. It's a
It-
dumbass thing, like
it's-
Haktua. So
not,
come on.
It's not a sport, but it's becoming a thing.
You could have picked any theme for an engagement party. Literally.
How is this
any
even
theme.
an available theme?
And pickleball
Yeah, well,
was the one you chose.
Hmm.
Like I'm glad
I
that
could
he's
think
got a
of
good
worse
relationship.
things.
I mean,
You know,
there's worse things, but there's also better things. There are more better things. There are at least just as many better things as there are worse things.
Could be like a
at
bungee
least.
jumping themed engagement party. I mean, just
Yeah.
imagine the
I would have
terrible
more respect
things.
for that.
Well,
But if
what
my
would-
kids,
Oh
any
my
of my
God.
kids call me up and say, "Hey, Dad, we're having a pickleball themed." Hello, 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 hello. No, oh, I'll hang up on them mid sentence. I
See,
ain't
I think-
going to no pickleball themed engagement party.
I think you're missing out on a big opportunity to make even more money.
What?
You
How
could
do you
open
figure?
up. You could open up a pickleball place here in Phoenix.
See,
Indoor
no.
pickleball place.
That is
And-
how you find
and,
out that I've
what?
been taken. I've been kidnapped. If somebody is spending
Boy,
my
I don't
money.
know.
Hey, you're
No.
Jeffrey O'Brien's opening up a string of pickleball courts. That is your surefire sign. I need rescuing.
It's just
Bar and grill
or,
in
or to
there.
let you know that there's somebody defrauding you,
Pro
just
shop.
pretending to be you, and
I am in a box somewhere going, you know, like in the movies.
Could be playing like pickleball videos all the time.
They got to keep me alive to have me sign things or scan my retina so that it releases money. And then I'll never be involved with anything pickleball.
You can
Ever.
have a Jeffrey O'Brien's pickleball line of of hats.
there aren't 20,000. There are 20,000 things I like better than pickleball. At least if theming an engagement
Sunglasses.
party and the theme is pickleball, I am genuinely glad I do not know Guy Fieri's son, because I don't want to know him. I
From
just
from
don't.
the great movie Spaceballs, merchandising.
Let me just tell you what's going to happen. When my family and I, we all go on this vacation together, I'm going to sit
Yeah.
them down. I'm going to say,
Yeah.
listen, here's a surefire way to get disowned. And I'm going to explain to them how pickleball is of the devil.
Telling you, man, if you were to acquire one of those big, industrial buildings they're putting up everywhere, you could. You know how many pickleball courts you could put in there? Do you know what you could do with that space? You know how much money you'd be making money hand over fist. That's how hot
I
this is
think
right now.
pickleball is going to die out.
No,
pretty
it's
quick.
not dying, man. You got
Yeah.
Kevin
Ping
Durant.
pong was popular for a while too.
Kevin Durant is in on the pickleball. Tom Brady's in on the pickleball.
I don't
There are
need
a lot
tax
of-
wright-offs.
A lot of people in on the pickleball.
These people are investing, and I think that I question the judgment of these investments.
Tax
because I
write-offs.
haven't met a single human being who
Oh.
can name the players in this league, this pickleball league they're all
well,
investing in.
You
I
don't have
can't-
to have it.
Who
but
is
it-
even in this league?
Je-
Who
Jeffrey
are
O-
these people?
I can see it now in a cool script writing. Jeffrey O'Brien's Pickleball Emporium.
And you'll see me in the video throwing the Molotov cocktail to burn the place to the ground. It'll never
I'm telling
happen.
you, man. You could develop your own clothing line.
No,
you could have
no,
your own
no,
food.
no.
You could get
Angry
pickleball-themed
Texan
food.
says pickleball is not a sport in Texas. I can tell you that. Football, more football. Official sports of Texas.
Yeah, and then
Well,
and
according
then,
to the Daily Blender, pickleball is not a sport anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not a sport. But
Nurse Scratchit says, "Is pickleball anything like Rocky Mountain oysters?" It's exactly like Rocky Mountain oysters.
it's actually
Exactly
nothing,
like it.
nothing like Rocky Mountain oysters.
Swazman says, "Jeffrey, if you beat me to the promised land, I'll donate money in South Scottsdale to Jeffrey O'Brien Memorial Pickleball Courts.
There it is.
Only if you promise then to pour vegetable oil all over the court so everybody slips, falls, and hits their heads and dies and joins me so I can laugh at them for A, dying that way, and then B, that they played pickleball.
I'm just telling you,
think
I'm
that-
trying to help you make a fortune here. Trying to help you make a fortune.
You're trying to help me lose a fortune. I ain't doing it.
No.
Baker's Cocky Hen says there's pickleball courts by me that are filled on Saturday mornings. I
There
usually
it is.
laugh at how crappy they are at the game. Looks so freaking easy. Guys from Wally could play. the fat
The
guys,
fat guys
in
in
their
Wally.
floating chairs.
Oh, no. Come on.
That's funny. All right, we got to take a break. And now you heard it because I had to hear it. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to gawon'twait.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Attention talcum powder users. Have you had ovarian or gynecological cancer? A proposed $8 billion plan will pay those who believe they got sick from using talc products like Johnson's Baby Powder and Shower to Shower. Johnson & Johnson maintains its products are safe. You have until July 26, 2024 to vote to accept or reject the plan. For more information, visit officialtalclaims.com or call 888-431-4056. Paid for by LLT Management, LLC.
Hi, I'm State School Superintendent Tom Horn. Arizona has a shortage of teachers and a need to improve students' proficiency in reading and math. We need to increase teachers' income, which they deserve, and to increase students' proficiency, which is my highest priority. I'm therefore providing $40 million for free one-on-one tutoring for all students, first grade through high school, regardless of proficiency level. Learn more today at azed.gov.
Sponsored by the Arizona Department of Education.
If it's local,
We talk about it.
1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
David Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So running man card violation for Big George. It's a standing violation.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I don't know what to do about it, to be honest, but he gets a permanent man card violation for watching those Hallmark Channel Christmas movies.
But that's at Wife Point, isn't it?
No, man, he was watching that when he was single. He
Oh.
was like, "Oh, I love watching these Hallmark." He's just a big old softy, you know. He's 7-foot tall man sitting there watching Hallmark Channel rom-com, you know, rom-com, I think is what they call it. Anyway, so I think George will like this. The Chiefs, the NFL Chiefs have partnered with Hallmark Channel, and they're doing a Christmas movie. The Chiefs don't have anything to do with it other than just letting them use the, the facilities. But Hallmark is making a movie and I don't know what it's called, but here's the plot. Here, a woman whose Chiefs super fan family is in line for the team's Fan of the Year contest, but she falls in love with the Chiefs director of fan engagement. I feel like this movie was written by the Chiefs director of fan engagement, because in what other world does anyone fall in love with somebody who works as a director of fan engagement? Anyway, and then something goes wrong, and then it gets resolved, and everyone lives happily ever after because it's Hallmark, and that's just the way this crap works. So, okay, so here's why this is happening. Hallmark is based in Kansas City, and somebody at Hallmark is really lazy. They're like, well, just walk down the street here and we'll do a movie.
Wow. It's the easiest thing to do.
They're going to do stuff at Arrowhead Stadium and around Kansas City for this. But yeah, so the Chiefs are going to have a special rom-com. I think Big George is probably going to become a Chiefs fan now.
I can believe that. It's just he's talked at length about the Hallmark movies.
Oh no, there's a title for this piece of crap. Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
My problem with the movies, because I don't really care what people watch. They're just bad movies. It's just like it's not even a matter of.
Don't tell George that.
They are not written well. They are not filmed and directed well, and they are not acted well. They are bad movies.
Hey, I saw something on Twitter just a second ago, Keon.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That you typed. And I wasn't aware of this. He's sitting there going, "Oh Jesus Christ! What did I just?"
I mean, I don't know. I just say things between commercial breaks. I have no idea which thing we could be talking about.
Remember, we're kind of new to the WNBA stuff, and you're well involved in it since you were a kid. But I saw a thing where somebody was like, "Hey, look at that! The Fever, the Iowa Fever,
the
Indiana Fever. Sorry, the Indiana Fever." And you said their coach is not very good.
She's terrible. And like,
why didn't they get a new coach?
They've just had her for a while. She's been there, and the team hasn't been very good. Like, they haven't had very good
So
players.
they couldn't tell she was bad until
like,
she got a better player, and they're like, "Oh crap, she's the problem."
Yeah, like that's why whenever I look at a coach's record, like I try to be a little forgiving about that, because if you take over a bad team, like what Monty did in Detroit, like you take over a bad team, like you're going to have a bad record. If you get the chance to right the ship, though, then you can prove some things. But like this season, she just came out of the gates wrong. Like
I don't even know her name.
I don't remember her name right now. I'm blanking on it. But she's just like the offense has been playing better lately, in large part because they've been running it through Aaliyah Boston. And so you can get a little bit more space for Caitlin because you're playing out of the post, which is what most teams in the WNBA do. She's decided to do this about, I don't know, a third of the way into the season, though, which is odd. Just incredibly odd timing on that. Like, I just don't understand why it took her so long to figure out this thing that everybody was screaming for her to do. You could see the body language of the players. It was like watching the Lakers with Darvin Ham last year. Like, they just weren't listening to the guy. Like, just whatever he was saying, they just didn't hear it.
Do people that matter see this and understand this? That she's bad at her job?
In that organization, I hope they do. Because she's...
Don't turn Caitlin Clark into Mike Trout.
Like, have her just be on a team that's good every year, maybe, but she's individually great and they never win a title. Yeah, that would stink. That would be very bad for women's basketball in general, the WNBA more specifically, and the Fever would just you would never live it down.
So I just wanted to run that by you before I did this to you. Sorry. It's time now to call caller 5, caller 5, 888-368-1580. Right now wins our last pair of tickets for the Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. Okay. So here's what happens here. You go to this thing. The door is open, I believe, at 5 p.m. Okay. And 5 p.m. Then you go over there. You get there when you want. And you hang out. There's food available to purchase. There's all sorts of entertainment inside. This is for the family. So bring everybody. There'll be music. There'll be contests, all sorts of stuff. And then at 9 p.m., everybody finds their way to the door. and it goes outside and watches the largest fireworks show display in Scottsdale history at 9 p.m. So that is what you're calling for. Caller 5-888-368-1580. So we'll give you a chance there to get in there. So while Keon is working on that,
yes,
caller 5.
Yes,
we've never done. I don't think I've ever done caller 5 before, have I?
No, I think
don't
you have.
remember ever
You've
saying
done- I
caller
think you've done-
5.
Yeah, I think you've done 5. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's time now for On This Date. Hold on a second. Vermont Dogs, you don't text in that you want these tickets, yo. You actually had to call. All right. On this date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1904, George Diggins, a 9-year-old kid who was the mascot for the Concord, New Hampshire Marines, the Class B New England League, became the youngest player to ever participate in a professional baseball game. The team's second baseman became ill, and the home plate umpire, Randy White, presumably, ejected the center fielder, leaving the team with only 8 players. Yeah, so the manager brings in this kid, this 9-year-old, and he's like, just go out to right field. And luckily, nobody hit balls in that direction. And so the kid was just like, whew. They're like, no, hold on, kid. You have to bat now.
Oh, no.
And he struck out very badly.
Of course he did. Yeah.
Yeah. It was only at bat. So that was the end of that. So that's on this date in Big Georgia sports history. Keon is, I think our phones are broken. I think our phones are down. Do we need to change this to the text line things? I got people texting for the tickets.
Yeah, I got no dial tone.
There's no dial. Okay, so
Here
now,
we go. Thank you, Cox Internet.
If you were trying to call and you got nothing, then go ahead and text in 888-368-1580. Vermont Dogs, you have your text in, so I'll count that as an actual entry. So now this has become a text contest. Sorry about the phone issues. So text in 888-368-1580, and at the end of the show, I'll go ahead and do the random number generator thing. That's how you bob and weave in this business.
I don't know why George said that was presumably me behind the dish at that game.
He thinks you're very, very old, Randy.
Well, I
and
wonder where,
you are the kind of umpire that would toss out a guy.
wonder where that comes from. I did almost toss an entire team one time.
Oh, yes. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
That's got to be a great story.
Yeah, well, I don't want to tell the whole thing, but I warned the coach. I said, if the guy that I'd already ejected because he was just being belligerent, if he doesn't leave the bench area and the park, I'm going to start ejecting your team until you can no longer play. And he argued with me. And so I said, you're now gone. And he started questioning, you can't do that. I think I can. Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure. You going to make him leave yet? No, you can't do that. You're now gone. You want me to go one more? Because now you got 8 guys. That's going to be it. So he finally made the guy leave.
Vermont Dogs, I didn't say you won. I just said your entry is in. Just so you know. And by the way, I need a 5-minute penalty for Big George.
Uh-oh.
He just because he sent me a text, he sent me a promo sheet for the new Hallmark original, Falling Like Snowflakes, Saturday, June 29th. And there's a picture of the guy. It's always on the Hallmark, a guy with the jacket with the white puffy things on the jean jacket.
What else would he be wearing? I'm fairly certain, though I don't watch enough to know anything.
It's the same jacket.
It's the same guy. I'm pretty sure. How could it be different guys? They all look like the same guy. It's like 16 guys. They all look like the same guy.
He says, I am so excited to watch this movie. And Christmas movie in July.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's you know what? I'm not even reading any
June
more of his texts for
coming
a few
this
days.
June to the Hallmark Channel.
I might not read your text for a few days.
You might get a full game suspension, Big George. You're the first ever Daily Blender full game suspension.
Mars Bars 805 says, Happy Taco Tuesday. I don't want any tickets, but I want is an 805, Randy.
I think I can do that.
Go
There you are, my
D-backs.
friend. Yeah.
Go A's.
Yeah, here we go.
Swuzman says, Jeffrey, one more text for the day. I know the NFL is targeting chicks, but I hope they stay away from Ion and Bravo and Hallmark. And what was the other one? Lifetime. If I ever watch football in the NFL Network Lifetime channel, I'll probably kill myself. Oh, I'm kidding. I'll just start watching European soccer. No, you should probably kill yourself.
Yeah, at that point, that's as
Yeah.
good as being dead, to be honest.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
All right, everybody. I've got a bunch of texts here, and I will hit the random number generator, and you'll know if you win because I'll text you. Fair enough, everybody? Fair enough. Oh, by the way, that guy who called and won, did you get his email address?
I did. Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, good man. Good man. Because I got to send the tickets out that way.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait, what? Show's over. See you guys
Bye.
tomorrow. It's a Daily Blender, 1580 Fanatic. Bye-bye.
So what did the doctor say?